put their career on the line for somebody who you don't think that they can adequately defend. I think that the reason why those lawyers got on board is because they see this case and they see how unfair it was. And I'll just go straight, I'll call it strike and a ball. I think what those lawyers did was absolutely criminal. And they should be investigated. Also, those 21 witnesses need to be investigated because I'm sure that some of them perjured themselves. The Eddie guy, are you familiar with him?
The guy that said he didn't know him, is that him?
Yeah, the guy who was identified as Carmelo's friend, but Carmelo's girlfriend's cousin in some type of loose relationship as a cousin, right? This guy is the one who called Carmelo over to the tent and told him, invited him to sit down. And then when it went down, he allegedly recorded it. And when the trial happens, he gets on the stand and say, Carmelo wasn't invited. He don't even know who Carmelo was. And they got pictures of him with Carmelo. And he said he didn't even know who Carmelo was. This guy is very sketchy to me. This guy needs to be investigated. This Eddie guy is a primary example of how important it is to pick your friends carefully.
I mean, look, I can tell you for certain that Collin County.
Hey there, besties. So Willie D is still on the case, child. I think they should be in. And this is a lesson. You gotta know how to pick your friends. Oh, is that the lesson in all this? Is that the lesson in all this, Willie D? I can't even believe it. Hey there, besties. So Willie D is on live right now with this, it says, trial attorney Andre Wilkerson exposes what the jury missed in the Carmelo Anthony trial. A person who wasn't in the damn courtroom, who wasn't there in damn Texas, but knows everything. And it's 1,800 people in there listening to this nigga. Sound illiterate as F. The real lesson is that you need to be able to pick your friends. Is that the lesson? Is that the biggest lesson out of all this? I can't do it. Uncle Rick, you should have stayed on longer earlier. Shout out to y'all. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Last minute. I'm not going to be here all day. But Uncle Rick, Carmelo has a whole new dream team. Yes, we're here. The dream team is here. Oh, yes, they're here. That's what Willie D is about to sing, y'all. Yes, we're here. The dream team is here. Oh, yes. He's so happy. No one would have took the case if there wasn't something there. Really? Is that what you think? Is that what you think? Well, first of all, everybody is entitled to a defense. And I'm pretty sure they see all, now listen, this is allegedly, but let's not act like that people aren't talking about it, that this is not a good case to get your name out there more. Because from what I understand, I think that they consulted one of these lawyers previously or something like that. I don't know. But clearly, Willie D is going to run this game all the way into the end of the road. Okay? So, long as he says, yeah, then that means you're on code. As long as you say that you don't agree with the Carmelo Anthony verdict, you are on code. I figured that out. I am not on code. At the same time, I'm not off code because honestly, at this point, I don't give a damn. But this is what's trending, so this is what we're talking about. Let me tell you the reasons why I don't give a damn. I don't live in Texas. It ain't my family, not my issue. You shouldn't say that because as soon as you need help, you'll want someone to help you. It won't be none of you motherfuckers talking, so that's why fuck y'all. Not y'all, you know what I'm saying. Any of you detractors, dummies, making comments, the person just made a comment earlier, don't talk about Donald Trump, that's her favorite. That's how ignorant you colors are. We call him Frigidaire over here, Mika. Shout out to Mika up in here. I don't even understand. Two illiterates. This is proof positive of where the community is, that they're putting faith in two illiterates. Illiterate. Look it up, like Jason Black says. Child, color community got issues, and I ain't it. I promise you, I'm not it. If you take advice from a ghetto boy, a refrigerator, emotional hack. Oh, you don't believe me? Let me see. Let's go ahead and take a look.
I don't care. All I care about is my relatives. Let me drive this home. All I care about is a nigga disrespecting my relative, nigga. That's all I care about, boy. That's all I care about.
A dude that was mad that a whole other grown-ass man didn't call him, that he made a whole with his buddies, a whole I hate Anton sector because he was sick, even though he got a whole ass wife and Anton never called. He can lie all he wants to. We done already seen it. We seen the whole daggone show where he crashed out. I know he saw me because I was a moderator and my color was different than everybody else, crying over another damn man when you're allegedly straight. Yeah, I said that. Y'all gonna listen to that nigga. Have at it. Have at it. And like I said, wouldn't none of them niggas do nothing for me anyway, so why would I give a fuck about y'all? I don't. And I don't know why so many people want people to care about them. Ask the person that you are sleeping next to care about you. Okay. Ask them kids that you had, if that's the case, that whether you're the person that actually had them or you're the one that impregnated the person. Ask those people to care about you. Okay. Rest of the world don't give a fuck. I don't know why y'all don't understand that. Not y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why the community don't seem to understand that. I'm going to show you how much the community don't care. They just selectively outraging whatever's going to work for them. So everybody can ignore, you know, what Ringo pointed out as far as Willie D is concerned, besides the fact that he's caricature at the end of the day. He can't even enunciate his own damn words. He sounds like he's illiterate. He sounds like he was a child that was left behind. I mean, I'm not coming here to roast a fellow content creator, but Kevin Samuels is going to have to forgive me because these MFers are wilding. At the same time, if it works and it gets them paid, who cares? Do it. But at the same time, then give me that grace, because y'all sitting up here talking about, oh, that's what they said. They're like, oh, don't talk about her boy. She likes Trump. And if I did, and if I do, what you going to do about it? Not a gosh darn thing. Because there's a thing called free will over here in these United States of America. And you should go and thank a veteran for the fact that you can be freely an asshole like you all seem to want to be. So instead of using this situation to teach a lesson, you would rather put out false narratives so that Black people can have something to like and think that somebody likes them because they think that everything is racist. Oh, is it now? Let's take a look, shall we? Yeah, we already gonna get to it, child, because ain't nobody got all day messing around with your colors. No, I'm done with Willie D. Let me go ahead and ask. Glad Tadisha, I think she's here. We back on it, even though I didn't put in the title. I want to know where this is in the code. Wilmington Hospital, this is in Delaware. Shooting suspect left shift after disagreement, then came back armed. Anybody got any ideas about this, Bueller? Where's this at in the code? Is this a support what this person did or no? Because technically everything is the same as Carmelo. Everything is the same as Carmelo, okay? So he wasn't happy. Somebody said something allegedly. I haven't watched this. He didn't like, so he went and got a weapon. He came back and he took one person out and injured another. Traumatized who knows how many people. So based off of your rhetoric, colored community, this is acceptable and it's okay, right? Okay, let's hear what the update is. This is as 14 hours ago.
Update today is the search for answers in last week's deadly shooting inside Wilmington Hospital. This afternoon, Wilmington police identified the 19-year-old who was shot and killed as Ethan Hillman. The other 19-year-old victim remains hospitalized in stable condition.
Two 19-year-old victims. One is black. I don't know about the other one. And then the perpetrator is black. Oh, y'all don't care? Oh, this not a pro-black thing now because it's all colored people? What is the protocol? Am I supposed to care? Am I supposed to care about the perpetrator, the criminal, or the victims? I only know that one is black. I don't hear y'all talking about this. Anybody heard Willie D talk about this? Bueller. Anybody heard Frigidaire talk about this? Bueller. Anybody hear Keisha talk about this, or anybody in the Anton hate sector that's now transitioning to the We Love Carmelo sector? Bueller. Okay, just check. Thank you, Uncle Rick. He said, thank you, boo. He said black justified. There you go. That's where we're at. It's in the code. It's in the code. Tadisha said the criminal. Okay, I'm supposed to be, per the code, I'm supposed to be behind the criminal. That about makes black sense.
Tonight. Meanwhile, Delaware state prosecutors announced the indictment of the alleged shooter, John Wallace Bay, today on 7 felony charges and gave some indication of the motive behind all of this. Action News reporter Elizabeth Worthington has the latest now from Wilmington.
We just learned that, according to officials, the suspect left work early voluntarily that morning after a disagreement with the two victims who were all participating in the same internship program. The Attorney General's office has secured a grand jury indictment on 7 felony charges, including first-degree murder, which indicates that they believe this was a premeditated killing. Officials say no Christiana Care employee had ever raised concerns about 23-year-old John Wallace Bay prior to June 16th. But on that morning, he allegedly got into an argument with the two victims, 19-year-olds Ethan Hillman and Jaden Ellis.
Well, you know, it kind of sounds similar to what it is that I was saying. Like, this is a time to try to teach y'all's kids. I know he's 23 and the other ones are 19, but this is Generation Z, which no one seems to give a damn about, right? And they out here wilding and everybody want to act like they don't see it. Cool. So it sounds like, you know, he couldn't control himself, control his emotions, make a decision, count to 10, take a step back, talk to somebody. Nope. The answer is to go and get a weapon and then come back and take some people out. And they're black, but the blacks don't seem to give a damn. Where they do that at? Where they do that at? Oh yeah, the color community, child. And then make sure that you listen to Willie D and Frigidaire. Thank you, Kev G, for the flowers. I appreciate you, boo. Where's the outrage? How come y'all ain't saying nothing? Y'all ain't saying nothing. Wow. Okay. Tammy, thank you for the laughing disco. That's too cute. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Why don't y'all have nothing? Not, it refers back to page 1. It refers back to page 100. Shout out to Tadisha. I cannot. Woo, Lord, my girl. Shout out to Uncle Rick. Thank you, boo. He said, Hawaiian hairstyle. Yup. Let me go back. Hold on. Same old crap, different nigga. Okay. You shouldn't say that. Why? It's the YN. That's what that means. Young nigga. That's what it means. Don't come for me for that shit. Y'all embrace it. This is what the community does. They embrace shit like YN. Spreads like wildfire. They love it. They take it on. It's a new thing. Everybody knows it. But I'm the problem, just like when I say colored. But y'all allow the NAACP to continue. If y'all don't miss me with the selective outrage, take that shit where? Back there. Shout out to Viv, because I'm not trying to hear it. Thank you, boo. Shout out to Mika. I appreciate you. She says mugshot YouTube. Child, this is a prototype. This is like a prototype. They all look the same. But no one's supposed to say, shh, don't say shit. Shh. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing, because if you, excuse me, because if you say something, then that means you are off code. If you say something about the obvious, if you say something about what's in your face, so that BT can come in here and say, I thought we already talked about this. Yeah, child, there's another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. And odds are there will probably be yet another one. I got a few things for y'all.
No Christiana Care employee had ever raised concerns about 23-year-old John Wallace Bay prior to June 16th. But on that morning, he allegedly got into an argument with the two victims, 19-year-olds Ethan Hillman and Jaden Ellis. Authorities say he left work early.
He was not sent home, not fired, or disciplined in any way. Mr. Wallace Bay was expected to return the next day for work.
That same afternoon, Wallace Bay returned
You got an early out.
and confronted both victims in the basement of the Wilmington Hospital before withdrawing a firearm and shooting each victim.
Christiana Care incoming CEO and President Jen Schwartz says Wallace Bay used his valid employee badge to re-enter the building. The hospital has since expanded weapon screening to all employee entrances. Schwartz said that as of February, Wallace Bay, Hillman, and Ellis were all part of a 6-month IT internship program.
After the shooting, Wallace Bay subsequently fled through the hospital's main entrance and traveled to the Wilmington train station, where he boarded a SEPTA train.
Child, he ain't even got his own damn car. He take the other dude that was SHOOTing up the bus. He had to catch a bus. This ninja went and shot somebody and then went down and caught the damn train, child.
Into Philadelphia.
Initial information from police sources indicated Wallace Bay drove from Wilmington to Philadelphia and that police used license plate readers to track him before arresting him as he attempted to catch an Uber.
Is that a jacking?
This Toyota RAV4 was towed from the scene of his arrest. Officials here in Delaware wouldn't talk about that aspect of the case.
I know there's still many questions unanswered, some of which may never have answers.
Wallace Bay is still in custody in Philadelphia.
Probably racism.
Yeah, awaiting extradition back here to Delaware. That extradition hearing is scheduled for Monday, June 29th. The Attorney General also said that the weapon that was used in the shooting has not been found, but her office is, quote, laser beam focused on recovering that weapon. Now, as for the victims, the family of Ethan Hillman has asked for privacy. Jaden Ellis is still in the hospital, but is making a lot of progress. In Wilmington, Elizabeth Worthington, Channel 6.
Thanks, Liz. I'm sure it's racism, child. Don't even worry about it. I got it covered. You deserve a break for a second, Tadisha. This is racism, I'm sure. I ain't supposed to be talking about this. I guess the news can talk about whatever they want. We can't act like we don't see that it's the same aesthetic most of the time that we see these stories. Don't care about two 19-year-old. I'm going to go out on a limb and say probably black. One is black. I don't know about the other one. Done by a black person. No outrage, no protest, no seeking lawyers, no one coming down here to say this is not right, it's not fair. Who do we need to talk to? Nothing. Not a bunch of 10-hour live streams, not 2,000 people in the chat about this, but y'all love black people. Remember? Where the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is that? Where is it at? But I'm the white supremacist, child. I'm not on code, child, because I don't agree with none of this. He can go to hell, okay? Straight to it. Because shouldn't nobody be taking nobody on up out of here? Thank you, Artifacts. I appreciate you. You said Delaware got hoods messy. Oh, I know. That's where Dr. Umar's school is. I know. I told y'all. I'll go down there, but it will not be at night. It will not be at night. It'll be the early morning. Whenever we've live streamed there, first of all, I take Mr. Messy with me, and then we ain't there long. We ain't there long, and it's only in the daytime. See, I got sense. I wouldn't go to the hood at night. I ain't going to a sundown town at night because I'm not dumb. Okay, I'm not dumb, regardless of what people might think. I ain't got time for foolishness. And all the people that's like, see, he opened the school. See, he opened the school. Y'all dumb too. Shit. Ain't no date set to be open. It should be open in this damn year. Y'all so damn gullible. Shout out to RB and Coloreds love to be scammed. Thank you, Boo. He said, shout out to Messi, mapping the black/colored codes like they mapped out the human DNA genome. All credits at the end of the pamphlet. Child, this is wild. As Willie D sitting over there talking cash money shit, getting people all riled up over daggone Carmelo Anthony. Let's go to Baltimore. Shout out to Duke. Teen charged after fatal hit and run in Baltimore. Oh no, say it isn't so. Shout out to Hall and Oates.
A 14-year-old is in Baltimore is in custody, accused of driving a stolen car, then hitting and killing a 3-year-old girl in Southwest Baltimore over the weekend.
Why is there not any outrage about this? You're certainly outraged about Centotobia and the 1-year-old. Oh yeah, the oppressor is involved with that. That's why you're outraged. So this 3-year-old just don't matter. Now I don't know if they black. I'm assuming. You can call me a stereotyper. I'm gonna assume, since it's Baltimore City, that everybody black. All right, especially when they're talking about a carjacking. But we'll see. If I'm wrong, I can apologize.
Neighbors are reeling from that accident. And now Fox 45's Jessica Babb is working to get answers about what charges that teen is facing.
None.
Here in West Pratt Street in Baltimore, you can see this.
Child, look at that. Yeah, no. That's about what it looked like over there where Umar's school is too. Yeah, no, I don't live here. Y'all got that.
Little memorial.
This is the sorry to interrupt. This is where y'all need to stop patronizing the Asians at. Not where I live, child. Not where I live. This is where y'all need to stop purchasing shit from Asians. This is where you need to be boycotting. They not. Allegedly.
Memorial that some of the neighbors have set up on.
Child, that's a memorial. That's disgusting. They did more for damn Carmelo. Look at all the money they gave him. So y'all not gonna go down here and care about this 3-year-old? Y'all not gonna take care of this 3-year-old? Y'all not gonna come down here and demand justice for the 15-year-old or 14, however old that took this baby out allegedly? Y'all don't care? Y'all, nobody ever care about the hood. Y'all don't care about the hood. It's all about liberals, progressive, and Democrats. I don't care what nobody says. That's what it's all about. So whatever's going to get people riled the fuck up, that's where they're going to put their time, energy, and effort. Not really anything that matters. This is a whole ass 3-year-old. They ain't nowhere to be found. And I'm telling you, the only reason that they in Senatobia is because that it's a it's a oppressor. That's the only reason.
Honoring the life of the little girl who was killed. Neighbors today tell me this whole incident has just been heartbreaking. And
Child, can I just mail some flowers down there? Because I'm not going there because this is pitiful. Can I mail flowers? Anybody that live around here, let me know because I'll go and send it to you and then you can go take it out here. I'm being totally serious right now because this is pitiful. This is the community, y'all. This is the community. So y'all not even gonna come out here and do better than this? Y'all not gonna come out here and put some real flowers down, some real teddy bears? Y'all that busy in this neighborhood? Okay.
Life of the little girl who was killed. Neighbors today tell me this whole incident has just been heartbreaking and devastating. But according to police, we are learning that the 14-year-old who was involved is now being detained and is
14. Willie D over there talking cash money ass shit.
Facing several charges, including vehicular manslaughter.
Sitting in the midst of these flowers, 2 teddy bears sit near the corner of West Pratt Street in Baltimore. A makeshift memorial for the 3-year-old hit by a car and killed over the weekend.
I saw some things a mother should never have to see.
A neighbor who was a mom herself watching the aftermath of Saturday's hit and run.
I had a lot of questions.
Lucky Express carry out Chinese food. They just not open yet. Child, if that place had been open and they came out of there, woo! Boycott. The boycott is on to the Asians, y'all. In case y'all didn't know, colors. All right.
By a car and killed over the weekend.
I saw some things a mother should never have to see.
A neighbor who was a mom herself watching the aftermath of Saturday's hit and run.
I had a lot of questions, like how could it happen? I've really been with age, and I just, even a couple days afterwards, witnessed people walking across the street with their kids not holding their hands.
Police say around 1 p.m. officers found a 3-year-old girl who'd been hit by a car, suffering from serious injuries. That little girl later died. Police say the driver left the scene, but officers later found it, arresting the driver, a 14-year-old boy. Police said the vehicle was reported stolen by a family member just before the crash.
It broke.
By his family member? Hold on.
That little girl later died. Police say the driver left the scene, but officers later found it, arresting the driver, a 14-year-old boy. Police said the vehicle was reported stolen by a family member just before the crash.
Child, he's stealing from his own family. He's stealing from his own family. Wow.
It broke my heart both ways. It really did.
What way? What both ways? She mean look both ways before they cross the street? Is that what you're talking about? I don't have no sympathy for that jackass asshole 14-year-old. Not near none. See what I'm talking about? Y'all got sympathy. Gentlemen, sassy straights, the colored version. Got sympathy for all sides. Criminal. Got sympathy. Why? Why would you have sympathy for that bastard? Why would you have sympathy for that gremlin? Why would you have sympathy for that manslaughterer? Why? Because he's 14. Fuck that nigga. Don't give a fuck about his age. Do you think he gives a fuck about the... Do you think he gives a damn about the 3-year-old that he just took on up out of here? Does anyone think that he gives one damn about the 3-year-old that he just took on up out of here after he stole from his own family? And when I say that this is why I don't give a shit, this is why I don't give a shit. Because like I always say again, you motherfuckers don't give a shit about me. So I'd be very confused as to why you think I'm supposed to give a fuck about you.
No 3-year-old's life should ever been taken from them, especially in such a way. And no 14-year-old should be behind the wheel. But at 14, I feel you know right from wrong.
And while police are still investigating, we're learning the teen is being charged with stolen auto and vehicular manslaughter. Baltimore police say he's currently being detained.
Especially like the teenagers and late teenagers out here taking people's cars, stealing their cars, wasting their herd.
Taking their cars, ma'am? You mean stealing their cars?
Stolen auto and vehicular manslaughter. Baltimore police say he's currently being detained.
Especially like the teenagers and late teenagers out here taking people's cars, stealing their cars, wasting their hard-earned money, and conveyancing these people that have done nothing wrong to them. They need harsher punishment so they can stop doing it.
Oh, now we need harsher, and that's not me coming for her. Now we need harsher punishments. What do he say about this, ma'am, Bueller? What did Doogie say about this? The one y'all reelected? The one that says he care about ya? What does Wes Moore have to say about this? What technically is really not his issue, but what does Wes have to say about it? Did Worley come out yet? Child, it's a shame we know all these people, right? What about any of the aldermen and Congress people and all of them? Did they come out? Did they say anything? Did they contribute to that memorial? Are they having conversations? Only people that be talking about shit is Fox 45 in Baltimore. That's why they got this big ass logo, because they know. They want y'all to know. And none of these people who love black people and so pro-black got shit to say. We can't talk about everything. Why? We talk about everything. Shout out to us. We talk about all of it. No, y'all too laser focused on one thing for one reason, maybe a couple of reasons: money and Democrat delivery. Keep black people enchained, engulfed. Oh, I still got to find that slavery video so I can sing Thriller over it.
I did hear from the state's attorney's office this afternoon as well, and they say that this will be tried in the juvenile system. And I also reached...
Oh, I don't like that. Ivan Bates, why are you not going to trip? I guess they're not going to trip. If you're grown enough to steal a car, then you're grown enough to be charged as an adult. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. You're grown enough to steal a car. You're grown enough to drive the shit, and you're grown enough to hit a child and then keep on going. You can get adult
down to the Department of Juvenile Services, and they say, according to state law, they're not able to comment. But of course, we will keep following this case and keep you posted on what happens. In Baltimore, Jessica Babb.
You know, I think Baltimore might be one of those states where they have it so that if you're under a certain age, you cannot be charged as an adult. I think they were one of those states. Great law. Great law. Moving on, child. Moving on. Let's see what's going on here. WKRG. I thought it was WKRP in Cincinnati. Shout out to those that know the reference. I don't know where this is at. It says there were no signs at all. Alabama. Mobile family speaks out after woman SHOT'd and deleted by her boyfriend. Oh no. Oh no. Let me get you the hell on up out of here because we don't like dummies. See ya. Anyway.
The big story at 5, we are hearing from the family of a young woman lost to gun violence.
Mobile police identified the woman shot and killed at the Hillcrest Estate Apartments last week as 21-year-old Samaria Washington.
WKRG News 5's Christina J. Harris joins us. And Christina, the victim's sister learned the tragic news from halfway around the world.
Yeah, that's right. Good evening, ladies. The victim's sister was getting married overseas when she got that devastating call. A family still processing and grieving the loss of their loved one.
And I've had people write me about how sweet she was to them and how she helped them in certain ways.
Raven Washington was out of the country when she learned about her sister's death.
And I found out the night of my wedding. So yeah, I was in Greece, still in Greece. It's been hard, but it's also been beautiful at the same time, in a weird way, that I was able to, I guess, grieve in my own way.
According to Mobile Police, 21-year-old Samaria Washington was found shot inside her apartment at Hillcrest Estates on Airport Boulevard last Wednesday. Her mother is now planning her funeral.
My world has been flipped upside down, turned every way. Like, it really crushed me. It really has crushed me. But with the grace of God, I'm standing here right now.
The victim's boyfriend, 24-year-old Jacoby Fowler, is charged with murder.
Well, he doesn't have the hair. 20 years old.
I'm standing here right now.
The victim's boyfriend, 24-year-old Jacoby Fowler.
24 years old. Oh, Lord, help your people.
God, I'm standing here right now.
The victim's boyfriend, 24-year-old Jacoby Fowler, is charged with murder.
There was no signs at all because we had all accepted him as a decent young man, and he was fun, looked like he was fun, loving, and he cared for her and she cared for him, and they shared that together.
According to court documents, a neighbor heard an argument followed by gunshots. The family says while this is a difficult time, they want everyone to know what kind of person is now gone.
I want people to take from this is just remember who Samaria was and know that she was greatly loved by many, and she was just a sweet person.
Bond for Jacoby Fowler is set to $1 million, and he's due back in court August 10th for a preliminary hearing. Live in the studio, I'm...
Oh, Jacoby. I wonder if there were any signs. Now, it's not the typical stuff with what he looks like, but, rest in peace to Samaria, I think her name is. This might be one case where it's not typical. But she's still ain't here, and you still will not hear any of these pros that are so pro-black say a damn thing about it. Now, she do look like she could be Asian or something. I wonder if maybe they're not allowed to support because she might be Asian, and there's a boycott on Asians. See, this is what I'm saying. I don't be sure what to do. I'm not sure about the code. The code is all over the place. Code ain't coding. The math ain't mathing. The code ain't coding. Okay. Anyway. Let's get into this Carmelo mess. All right. So now all the pros are happy because they got a dream team assembled. And here they are. I feel like they're like Jacoby and Myers or something like that. Interesting when they want to get the elders. When your life is on the line, all of a sudden somebody interested in an elder. Any other time is everybody too old, right? All right. Carmelo Anthony gets a new legal team. Well, hip, fucking hooray.
This morning, we are following new developments in the case of Carmelo Anthony, who you'll remember was found guilty of murdering 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a track meet in Frisco last year.
Anthony was sentenced to 35 years in prison, but has started the process to appeal. Now he has added new lawyers. Larry Collins is following that story for us this morning. Good morning, Larry.
Good morning. Yeah, this new legal team made up of a group of high-profile attorneys, and it's one NBC5 has spoken to about this case. I want you to take a look. These are 3 of those 6 attorneys. They're based in Dallas, Fort Worth, and Austin. They do tell NBC5 they are coming together to represent Carmelo Anthony pro bono. The team had
pro bono. Look at that. They don't need no money. Don't worry. They'll get all the attention from it. And that's nothing against them at all. Shout out to them. But they're pro bono. That means they don't have to pay for it. But I want Willie D to make sure that he gives them some money.
You tell NBC5 they are coming together to represent Carmelo Anthony pro bono.
Now, is the white man allowed to be on the team because he's white and everybody white is racist? What do the pros think about that? I'm confused yet again. Tadisha, I'm confused. All right. I mean, this guy over here looking like Cornel West. No shade. I love Cornel. He was running for president, for those that don't know, but they weren't interested in him. They would rather sell you a fake color. And then this one, I don't even know. He looked like he might be way back from a baby boomer age. And then you got the one in the middle that looked like he belonged on a show from the 1970s, okay? So is he allowed to be on here in the middle? I'm sorry. Based on what they've been saying, white people are bad and they racist. It's probably not good to have them on the team. Sir, you sure you want to do this? Sir, you sure you want to do this? Because, child, if you don't come out with the right decision with the colors, they're going to come for your ass. All right. Good luck to you, though. I'm telling you in advance how it works. Let that shit not come out the way they want to. Your ass will be on the line. I promise you.
The team headed by former Dallas County prosecutor Russell Wilson, but it also includes Michael Ware, who's the director of the Innocence Project of Texas, and also the president of the Texas NAACP, Gary Bledsoe. Despite numerous requests, the team does tell us they're holding off on interviews, at least for now. Russell Wilson was one of the first attorneys that NBC5 spoke with back in 2020.
The infamous Russell Wilson, not the football player.
25, when all of this first happened. Most recently, about the trial itself. He spoke as a legal analyst, then unassociated with the case. The team did release, though, a statement saying in part, quote, "We recognize the profound loss suffered by one young man's family and the uncertainty facing another. Our responsibility is to determine whether legal error occurred and to ensure that every issue supported by the record is fully and vigorously presented on appeal."
Oh, so our responsibility is to determine whether a legal error occurred. I feel like we may have read that somewhere. A legal error. That's not what what's her name said yesterday. That heifer from The View. She said the problem is the fact that there were no black people on the jury. That's where she lied, because that's not true. Jury of your peers does not mean race. But you got somebody in the comments trying to say, you don't know, she's a federal prosecutor. I don't give a fuck what she is. She a liar on ABC's The View. I'm gonna tell you that right fucking now. Fuck that bitch, and fuck you too. Lord, help me. Tadisha, I need help. Okay. Anyway, so this sounds all nice, but nobody said we're gonna get him out. Nobody said we're gonna reduce the sentence. Nobody said all that. So all of them, all three of them, because this is what's gonna happen if, I'm just saying if, say I'm lying. If they don't get a reduction in sentence or they do not get him out, they're gonna say that the two blacks are sellouts and coons and the white man is a racist. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. Wash, rinse, repeat, do again.
Now, one of the attorneys now representing Anthony did tell NBC5 that the appeal process is expected to take some time, likely would not reach the 5th District Court of Appeals until later this year. And all this comes after the recent release of...
They don't want to wait. They don't want to wait. You better hurry it on up. You better hurry it on up, child.
Trial exhibits. It includes 911 calls, surveillance video, police body camera footage, and crime scene photographs that had previously only been shown to jurors because cameras were not allowed in the courtroom. Now, the notice of appeal was filed just 1 day after that verdict. In the newsroom, Larry Collins, NBC5.
Thanks, Larry. Appreciate you in the update, child. Let's go over here to NBC DFW down there in Texas. It says what a new legal team could mean for Carmelo Anthony's appeal. All right, let's hear it. Good information, child. Instead of listening to a freaking baby shaking minister and a ghetto boy felon.
There are new developments in the case of
or refrigerator.
Carmelo Anthony, who was sentenced to 35 years behind bars for the murder of Austin Metcalf.
Yes, tonight a high-profile legal team announced they will be representing Anthony. NBC5's Ali Spilliard is live with the latest on this. Now, Ali, what does this mean for the next phase of this case?
Well, Brian and Brittany, this comes less than 2 weeks after Carmelo Anthony filed a pauper oath, basically a request to the court for an attorney saying he could no longer afford one. That came the same day that he filed a motion.
Aren't they collecting? I thought they was collecting money for this. Not Cornell East. I thought they was collecting money for this. That's why it's free. They aren't working the case. They are just investigating if there was any fault, much like Lori Lightfoot did for down there in Dalton Thornton Township. Oh my God! Listen, don't let it turn around and end up being. You know, I don't doubt you, Reaper, since you're definitely down there in the area. But what if they messed up or something and he ended up getting the full 35 with no chance of parole? These people would go effing wild. Okay, wild. Look at this. This case is going to get overturned if one of the jurors selected that found him guilty were or are educators. I heard there was one out of the 18 jurors selected, including the 6 alternates. Yeah, everybody always hearing something and don't have no proof of shit. Just out here talk and shit.
Saying he intends to appeal his conviction. This team of 6 prominent Dallas, Fort Worth, and Austin-based lawyers say they're coming together to represent Anthony pro bono. The team's headed by former Dallas County prosecutor Russell Wilson. It also includes Michael Ware, the director of the Innocence Project of Texas, and president of the Texas NAACP, Gary Bledsoe.
Now, which one is Gary? Because this white man could be the president of the NAACP because, you know, the NAACP, the people for colored people out here endorsing white people, then turn around talking about racism from white people. This is why I be confused on the code. I don't understand. Anyway.
Despite numerous requests, the team told us they are holding off on interviews for now, but they did release a statement saying, in part, we recognize the profound loss suffered by one young man's family and the uncertainty facing another. Our responsibility is to determine whether a legal error occurred and to ensure that every issue supported by the record is fully and vigorously presented on appeal. A couple of weeks ago, one of the attorneys now representing Anthony told me that this process takes time. He said an appeal likely wouldn't reach the 5th District Court of Appeals until the end of the year. If they have to move to the state or federal level, that could take even longer.
The pros are not going to like that. The pros are not going to like that. They want him out today. They want him out today. Wow. Well, good luck to the Three Stooges. No shade against them. Maybe they can do something that's going to make a difference. Don't matter to me. I got to be honest with y'all. It does not matter to me. Good luck to those people. Anyway, let's listen to TikTok by way of BCP. Because you know the TikTokers had to start talking, child. His video, it says, excuse me, pro-black mob celebrates after Carmelo Anthony assembles powerhouse race hustler team for appeal.
Carmelo Anthony, baby, he's got a new team behind him. So a new legal team filed substitution for counsel to pursue appeal for...
So y'all listen to felons, baby shaking ministers, and gargoyles. Got it. This is the people that they want you to accept as people, as authorities, people who put rings through their nose and their faces. Okay.
Carmelo Anthony. Baby, and here's the starting lineup. Nobody came to play. I know people thought Ben Crump would be up in here, but don't worry, he brought a co-counsel to the team. Now leading this council is Russell Wilson II. And if you want to know the credentials of everybody on council, you can go ahead and stop, pause, and read. I just want to make it clear, I stand with Carmelo Anthony, and I love that our community has come behind this young black man and let him know that he is not alone. And hopefully we can turn this conviction over and get him the fuck out of there. I don't want him to serve no time for defending himself. And for all you 3x5 cards sitting in my comment section telling me that putting your hands on somebody does not justify unaliving them, I'm just going to say Emmett Till, Trayvon Martin, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and the list goes on. Y'all are a fucking danger no matter what. I don't know why y'all like to switch up history if y'all are not the most treacherous individuals to walk this fucking world. Just because Wixaris removes history from the books doesn't mean it didn't happen. Y'all are not peaceful. Y'all are not pleasant. Y'all don't mind y'all business. And y'all are literally a threat to black people's lives. And history will not tell you anything different. So don't play the innocent factor. Y'all have done way more to us than we've ever done to y'all. And for way less. Have the fucking day you deserve.
So Carmelo Anthony is getting a new legal team. This will be comprised of a civil rights attorney, also a couple people from the Texas NAACP. A lot of people in that sector are banding together to overturn his conviction. And my biggest thing that I have to say about it is why? Why? He committed murder. There are consequences to murder. That's it, guys. It's that simple. There's consequences to murder. You guys are so easily influenced by the media, feeding you breadcrumbs and just poking at you like, oh, racist. Yeah, absolutely. He's going to prison because he's black. Yeah, they got another one. No.
Wait. So we got to talk about the pro-blackity black grift that seems like it's never going to end. Okay, the grift of all grifts.
Is this what the second half of 2026 is going to be? Like the first half was Anton and Corey, and now it's about to be Carmelo, and whether he's going to get, well, they think out of jail, which I don't think that's going to happen, but.
Biggest grift in this country since George Floyd, the Carmelo Anthony murder situation. Okay, Carmelo Anthony convicted of murdering Austin Metcalf in cold blood, stabbing him in the chest at a track meet over a push. Okay, it is clear-cut murder. It's not self-defense. But these pro-blackity blacks have refused to accept reality, truth, facts since day one. Okay, and these people have revealed themselves to be very ignorant, right? Gullible people that can easily be taken advantage of, and they're being taken advantage of right now by the race hustlers online, the race hustlers that are currently in bed with the Carmelo Anthony family, and they're taking the race hustle to a whole new level because apparently they have now hired a powerhouse legal team of pro-blackity black race hustlers, right? So the race hustler Avengers, which now apparently includes Ben Crump, right? Even Ben Crump is getting in on this grip, right? The Carmelo Anthony grip is so profitable that even Ben
Crump. Now, you know Ben stays on the oppressor side of things. He down there in Sentatobia dealing with the 1-year-old that got taken on up by the oppressor, but he made sure he sent somebody down here so he can get a cut. Because that's going to be next.
Crump, who stayed away from this, right? Who stayed away from this. He's now hopping in, okay? Who knows? Maybe Al Sharpton will show up. That's how much money is involved with this grift of defending a murder, okay? And the pro-blackity blacks are celebrating this new powerhouse legal team of pro-blackity black race hustlers who are supposed to help Carmelo with his appeal, which, again, is not going to work. But the pro-blackity blacks are celebrating this as if this is going to get Carmelo out of prison. It's not. Take a look.
Developments in the case of Carmelo Anthony, who was sentenced to 35 years behind bars for the murder of Austin Metcalf.
Yes, tonight a high-profile legal team announced they will be
appeals and criminal defense. And they
Now, why is it the same people we keep seeing over and over and over on TikTok? Been crumping his almond joy ass head.
They're all coming together to review everything from the court case to start the appeal process to try to get something done about what happened to Carmelo Anthony based on the trial. And on this powerhouse legal team is the president of Texas NAACP. Oh, we on it now. We on y'all head top now because we all sat here and watched this young black boy get railroaded during his trial.
Railroaded.
Their focus right now is not going to be on the details of the incident. They are going to be focusing on whether or not Carmelo Anthony had a fair trial, and it could potentially lead to a new trial, two parts of the conviction being overturned, or a different sentence. It seems like their first move is to get through the appeal process to see what gets done through the appeal process. And if that's not enough, then they will revisit trying to have a new trial or whatever it is. I love to see it. I love to see it. They thought it was donezo for our boy Carmelo Anthony.
So family, ladies and gentlemen, the first thing I want to talk about.
Oh, Lord. Of course, you knew Tariq would get in there. But since Mika brought it up, I totally forgot.
We bring in the studio this morning one of the gay rights activists, Mr. Should I call you Mr.? Pepe Julian Onzima. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Shout out to Mika. Shout out to all of y'all. Hit the like button before we subscribe if you are new.
I want to talk about our brother Carmelo Anthony. You know, that's still a major topic that we have to still focus on. Our good brother Carmelo, who's wrongly locked down. He is a political prisoner. We have to continue.
He's a political prisoner. Did you hear that? Wow. Wow. He is a political prisoner, y'all. Woo!
To fight for justice for our young brother. We have to let our young people know that we're not going to abandon them when the system tries to gobble them up. We have to stand on business. We have to stand up for our youth.
So Tariq basically is confirming what I said, Sassy Streets. They do not give one damn about you unless you are deceased or you are a criminal. Other than that, you matter not.
Dudes, we cannot be like these old Sambos out here bucking their eyes. You can do all that now. You poor little Metcalf. No. We don't. Our children don't need to see all of that buck dancing. As far as our brother Carmelo,
our children don't need to see all this buck dancing, but the carjacking is okay for them to see. The deceased 3-year-old is okay for them to see. The lady down in ATL who was 9 months pregnant and her boyfriend took her out and the baby, that's okay to see. But this political person, Carmelo, that's in jail, we standing behind our youth. Since when? All them teen takeovers in Shadam Cargo? All the ones in Baltimore down by the damn harbor? Shout out to Drip. He's in Baltimore right now. Like, what? Child, y'all believe anybody and anything they say.
New revelation. There's a new legal team, ladies and gentlemen, for Carmelo. Did y'all know that? There's a brand new legal team.
The question is, why are you still here, sir? Why are you still here? Why are you pressed? Why are you mad? Why are you mad? Shout out to Plies. Why are you mad? I just say you love me. You love me. I understand these boobs. I get it. Now I'm dark. You see this tan? I get it. You love black women. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to admit it. We see you. We see you. People who go places that they don't like and then start carrying on. Lobotomy. And yet you're here pressed. Like pressed. Are you white? Listen, white people, no offense, child. If this is one of your people, y'all need to go take him on. Y'all need to go get him some help. I be already trying to help the colors. I be trying to help the colors. Y'all got to go help your people. It's a problem. It's a problem. Clearly you care. You're here. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I'm here, but nobody cares. Child, why are you gay? Shout out to Mika.
We bring in the studio this morning one of the gay rights activists, Mr. Should I call you Mr.? Pepe Julian Onzima. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Why are you dumb? But y'all hang out. Just all views matter, boo. All views matter.
Who's going to be working on his appeal. Did y'all hear about that? There's a whole legal team. Now, they're working pro bono. It's a whole legal team down there, and they're connected with the DNC. These are Democrat-connected law firms, which is cool.
Are you fucking kidding me right now? Did you hear what he just said? Did you hear what he just said? This nigga be talking about Democrats every day. Who listens to Tariq? I don't even listen to him that much. And I know damn well he be talking about fucking Democrats all the time with their bullshit. Now he over here like, oh yeah, that's Democrats, but that's okay. Y'all, Lord help your... I'm about to shut this shit down. I know you fucking lying. Tariq Nasheed, y'all. Wow. If that don't tell you about how much these motherfuckers is grifting, nothing does. This nigga talk about Democrats every day, and I don't even follow him like that. I don't even listen to him like that. They all associated with the Democrats, but that's okay. But that's okay. Wow. Lord, playing in y'all's face, and you be falling for it. Hook, line, and sinker. Okay. If he ain't talking about Democrats, he's talking about tethers. If he ain't talking about tethers, he's talking about Democrats. Child, if he ain't talking about tethers, we wouldn't have this song right here.
Yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? I got into my Uber. What did I see?
That is Tariq's song. He's got a whole ass song that's like 3 minutes long. That's just a portion of it. All he do is talk about, not all he does, but he does a lot of talking about rolling his allegiance to Democrats, the Boule, D9. Now as all these lawyers are associated with Democrats. DBS, thank you, honey. He said, damn girl, if you get a lot of hate watchers, I love you. If you got a lot of hate watchers, I love you a lot. Especially because I don't know the code, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm not on code. I'm not on code, y'all. But Tariq is. So Tariq is on code now that he's going to go and say, oh, this is great for Carmelo. They all associated with the Democrats, but that's okay. 15 minutes ago, these Democrats ain't shit. They don't do shit. They ain't full shit. They don't give you shit. They ain't for reparations. They don't talk about reparations. Reparations. Tether reparations. Tether reparations. Democrats tether reparations. Tether Democrat. Tether reparations. Reparations. Democrats. Reparations. Democrats. Tether. Repeat. Reparations. Democrats. Tethers. Repeat. Reparations. Democrats. Tethers, rolling, repeat. Reparations, Democrats, say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. That's all this nigga talk about. Now it's, oh, it's okay that they are Democrat. It's okay, they all Democrats. Wow, interesting that now also, thanks Tariq for the information, with your hypocrisy now, that the Democrats have found somehow, some way, all of a sudden, all these Democratic lawyers are available for Carmelo. Ain't that nice? Ain't that nice? All these Democrat lawyers is coming together to go and support Carmelo in this horrible thing that happened yet again in May or June. And they want to go ahead and make sure that they get them on the case because they be helping you coloreds. They be helping you. All good. They be helping you coloreds. Look at the Democrats out here helping Carmelo. A, B, C, D. It's not even hard to figure the fuck out. Playing in your face. Wow.
Cool. Which is cool. That shows the pressure of the black grassroots. We've been calling.
The black grassroots now.
There's a brand new legal.
The black grassroots now. All right.
We know our children don't need to see all of that buck dancing. As far as our brother Carmelo, new revelation. There's a new legal team, ladies and gentlemen, for Carmelo. Did y'all know that? There's a brand new legal team who's going to be working on his appeal. Did y'all hear about that? There's a whole legal team. Now, they're working pro bono. It's a whole legal team down there, and they're connected with the DNC. These are Democrat-connected law firms, which is cool. That shows the pressure of the black grassroots. We've been calling out the DNC and NAACP, all of these people that were somewhat silent during the trial. Remember, the DNC-connected people, they weren't really saying nothing during this trial, all right? Okay? They weren't really saying nothing. So now that this brother got the book thrown at him unjustly, people are looking.
Tariq, you're supposed to be intelligent, sir. So they didn't have shit to say before the man got convicted. Now that he's convicted, now they want to be the fucking savior. How many times do I say there's never any pro action taken? No one is ever proactive. This is now a reaction to something that has happened. Not the actual incident, but the fact that he's been convicted. Where was all this before he was convicted? That is oh my God, proactively doing something, proactively in advance of. You think it's easier after the incident, y'all, to get something to be changed? It's not. It's harder. And now you just got people out here wilding. Look at these people. No shade against any of these lawyers, but this is a fucking grift if I ever saw one. You got the black man, Cornell Weston it up. You got the man that's the NAACP knowing, and Tariq just said that he's been on the NAACP's ass because they don't do shit, okay? You got the man in the middle is the NAACP. The white man is for the Innocence Project, of which JP always speaks about down there in Texas. So innocent people who are in jail, they do what they can do in order to get them out. So now you got the Innocence Project involved. Exactly, Kennard. Then you got a lady. Now you got a black woman, ace in the hole, but she also works under Ben Crump. Now you got whatever the hell he is in the middle, second row. What the fuck is he? Indian, Asian, not Asian, whatever, another minority. So this is supposed to put faith back into the black community. And then you hear the DNC is doing all this for Carmelo. And it's like, yes, look, they're for blacks. They love blacks. Look what they do for the blacks. Why didn't they do it before he got convicted? Why didn't they put the resources in advance? Why didn't they think, let's not even go there and do something to help him? Nope. Arab? Okay, it's Arab. You got the United Colors of Benetton as far as the lawyers are concerned, and then you got another younger ninja over here, okay? Persian, okay. You've got this rainbow coalition now, and this is what's making them happy, specifically the people on TikTok. And I thought intelligent people like Tariq Nasheed, which clearly that's not true. Then you got the baby shaking minister who probably loves it. Then you got Willie D, the ghetto boy, who probably... These are the people that have been coming up with all these conspiracy theories all this time, y'all. I say I'm lying. These people have been coming up with all these conspiracy theories all this time. But now I'm connecting dots and y'all will say, you're just making shit up. Am I? I'm not making up shit. They're saying it. This is why we look at a bunch of different people. They just said it. This man cannot stand the Democrats. Nor the NAACP. Actually, most people, honestly. Shout out to Gen Z, the only Gen Z we recognize around here. She said, oh, and Celine. She says, play the Musty Tether remix. All right.
Musty Tether. a dusty, musty tether, smelling like cheetah pea. Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? Yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Shout out to Queen of Vibes. Oh my God, I can't. That man Tariq makes fun of that man Roland every day. Every day, because he's cutting for Democrats, because he's D9 and he's boule. And what that means is they're Democrat aligned no matter what. Vote blue no matter who. That's what they are. And now he over here with it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. So this shows and proves that Black people will go against their own values and their own morals for anything. Not a surprise to me at all. This is a surprise with him, but as a whole, not a surprise at all. I already know. That's why I just be so confused as to why y'all think you could tell somebody what to do. Child, y'all are lying to nothing, alleged to nothing, to nothing. That's why this code don't make any sense. Because like I said, now you're accepting white people, okay? Now you're accepting old heads because, you know, people got problem with people who are older. Baby boomers won't retire. You ain't got no money. Everybody's poor. Everybody got this, got that. Now, the woman, of course, it makes sense. A Black woman, of course, it makes sense. But you don't see that Ben Crump, make sure he got his hand in the spot. So it's notoriety. Everybody gets seen. I'm just saying. You ain't got to believe it. It is what it is. And now you got the United Colors of Benetton. So now you can say, hopefully they can all work in Texas too. But now you can say, see, this is what he needed. He needed a Black lawyer. Now he got all these he got a BIPOC team. Shout out to the Dream Team, the BIPOC team. Let me get this picture of it. Hold on. Let me get this picture of the Benetton Dream Team. Shout out to Generation X. I know y'all know about Benetton. Y'all like it, we love it. Y'all like it, we love it. I have no dog in this fight at all.
Looking at the DNC like, hey, what's up? So now they made an announcement today that he has a heavy-hitting coalition specializing in civil rights, appellate law, criminal defense. They're going to be working on this thing pro bono. They got Gary Bledsoe from the Bledsoe Law Firm. They're a major player in civil rights law. He's currently the president of the Texas NAACP. All right? Nice. So many people believe his involvement is going to signal a direct challenge to the racial dynamics of the trial and the jury selection. I really need them to get on that. They're going to sit up there and get a white jury in this case like that and just excuse and strike out all the Black jurors. That was some real janky shit they pulled.
Well, let me tell you something. It is in fact done, though, right? It is done. And you people are fools. You are fools if you believe that this is going anywhere, right? So let me explain to you guys what's happening here. Carmelo, when he filed his
Kennard, exactly, which is the same thing that people on YouTube are doing and every other social media platform. That's it. That's all they talk about. That's why you got Willie D over there with another lawyer, not Dennis Sperling, because Dennis Sperling didn't agree. So now he's being called a coon and everything else all over YouTube from what I see. So now he's going to get someone that agrees. So now he'll be better. He'll get more people over there because, you know, you got to agree. You got to agree. I mean, part of the code, you got to figure it out. But I've understood that you're supposed to agree that Carmelo got done wrong and that he's the victim because this is how it works. Again, you remember the track team where those two girls was running down the track and the one pushed her and she flipped over and lost the race. And then the girl that pushed her, they had sympathy and empathy for her, not the girl that she knocked the fuck out. This is where we are in the United States of America, courtesy of Democrats, liberals, and progressives. You can't tell me nothing different. The victim is the problem, and the perpetrator is the innocent, which is why Jasmine Crockett can say, if you don't think you're a criminal, then you're not a criminal. Makes sense, right? Okay.
People basically said that he's broke, right? Family said we're broke, even though they raised hundreds of thousands of dollars, and apparently they only spent $75,000 of those hundreds of thousands of dollars on their white attorney, Mike Howard, who
they only paid. Who else heard that? I haven't heard that. They $75,000 is what they spent on the 24 hours. Well, then that's why they got 24 hours worth of work. $75,000. That's it. Who can confirm that? I'm not saying I don't believe him, but I need to hear it from somebody else. Did y'all hear that anywhere? So they made almost $700,000 and used $75,000 on, seriously, on not Paige. Goodbye, Tadisha. They used $75,000 on that lawyer. That's why they got 24 hours. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. What the fuck? Oh my God. Wow. Alrighty then. Anyway, money, they want money. It's always about money. It is always about money. I don't know why people don't understand that. It is always about money. Is there a GoFundMe open now, y'all? Do you know? I mean, I could look it up, but if you happen to know, is there a current GoFundMe open right now for them?
The race hustlers are in the family. They're currently blaming for why is it that Carmelo is going to do 35 years in prison getting bitten over, right? Instead of blaming Carmelo or blaming themselves, right? No, they're blaming their attorney that they cheated out on, right? This is what Dominique Alexander, the race hustling, baby shaking.
Yes, the baby shaking minister. Now he got something to say.
Handler of Carmelo admitted out loud in an interview that they cheated out on their initial legal defense.
I had to meet with another attorney, a black attorney. The first attorney I had to meet with was black. Rain asked me what the price that black attorney was. $500,000. $500,000. They weren't talking until they gave him $200,000.
What the white man say?
75.
75,000?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Well, there's the fucking proof. Wow! Oh my God! I didn't know. We thought you knew. I didn't know. Wow! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh. But nobody has any smoke for his parents? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Oh my God.
That was their initial legal defense.
I had to meet with another attorney, a black attorney. The first attorney I had to meet with was black. Rain asked me what the price that black attorney was. $500,000. $500,000. They weren't talking until they gave him $200,000.
What the white man say?
75.
75,000?
Yeah. And so my thing was, is like,
yeah. So you say that, you heard that. Now, these lawyers, right? The high profile powerhouse team of race hustlers. Apparently, they're working pro bono, right? Which means that, they're not really charging, right? But that doesn't mean that the money's not flowing, okay? The money is going to flow through this Stand With Carmelo coalition in which they're going to raise money for this appeal, okay? While at the same time, Carmelo is claiming to be broke, right? Even though, again, they have fundraised hundreds of thousands of dollars. They only spent $75,000 of it on Mike Howard. Maybe they spent more. I don't know. I'm just going with what the woke minister has said publicly about how the money's been spent. But what they're doing is that they're trying to fundraise off this idea that Carmelo has a chance of winning his appeal. And I'm here to tell you that he doesn't have any snowballs.
They are definitely, because they're selling that shirt. Believe Carmelo. Because they're selling that shirt. Oh my God. Like, I've been hearing people say stuff about the parents, of which I'm like, yeah, I don't know why people don't have smoke for his parents. They're the ones that made these decisions by hiring that jackass, first of all. And he still must be hired if he's out here talking. They still allowing him to be out here talking. Wow. Oh my goodness. I did not know this.
Chance in hell of winning the appeal, right? I'm talking about like single digits, maybe even less than that. He has zero chance. As I explained yesterday, they're going to try to go to the appeals court and say the judge striking the 3 black educators, right? The 3 black women educators, the judge striking them is evidence and proof of racism, hate, and bigotry because they allowed 1 white educator on the jury pool. And the reason why it's not going to work is because the black jurors that were struck, right, the educators, they work in a K-12 environment. The white educator works at a trade school, which is fundamentally different.
Hold on. What's the difference? Hold on.
Educators, right? The 3 black women educators. The judge striking them is evidence and proof of racism, hate, and bigotry because they allowed 1 white educator on the jury pool. And the reason why it's not going to work is because the black jurors that were struck, right, the educators, they work in a K-12 environment. The white educator worked at a trade school, which is fundamentally different. They're different environments. The black educators worked in an environment that actually is somewhat related to Austin Metcalf and Carmelo Anthony. And it's exactly what the prosecution outlined, which is that, hey, that can contribute to bias, right? Them working in the same environment as these kids. We don't want them a part of the jury pool for that reason. It had nothing to do with race. It was completely race neutral. And it just so happened that, again, the white educator that was allowed to stay on panel was allowed to stay because that person worked at a trade school.
What the hell is a trade school? Is that where you go to learn to become a plumber? Isn't that still school? Right? Is it right? Correct me if I'm wrong. The trade schools where I come from, they taught you a trade, but you learned it while you were in school, and then you could get out of school and then you could go start as long as you were passing the test. Okay, then what's the difference? I'm not coming for you, boo. I'm just saying, like, they're saying, like, oh, well, one's a trade school. They still kids. What are we talking about? Wow. Okay. Wow. I'm so confused. Most likely adults would be the students at a trade school. Where I come from, it's kids K through 12 that can go there and become cosmetologists, plumbers, mechanics, stuff like that. Wow. Thank you, boo. He says any lawyer worth his salt in Texas would have gotten that case to 5 to 15 years for $500,000. But when you are cheap with your life, throw it in trash, hit the like button. Wow. That's wild. This is crazy. Yes, hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. If you're normal. If you're not normal, don't do it. Not DeVry. Goodbye, sir. Goodbye, sir. Wow, you spent $75,000. Nobody's got a problem with that? All these people with all these problems and issues, and the parents accumulated $700,000 almost, spent $75,000 on the lawyer. That's it. I ain't donated a motherfucking thing and I won't. And I'm not ashamed. Fuck that. Those motherfuckers wouldn't donate shit to me. I don't know who the fuck y'all think you talking to. They wouldn't do shit for me and they wouldn't do shit for you. So I don't even understand why you saying that. I ain't, I wouldn't, I didn't, and I ain't ashamed about it. That's what I'm saying. I make my motherfucking money and I decide where the fuck I spend it. You're not gonna get no bleeding heart from me over this shit. No. That ain't my problem. That's his parents' problem. It's his parents' problem from the gate because they should have taught him about emotional control. It's his parents' fault from the gate because they're sitting up here spending $75,000 instead of $200,000. And you got all these race hustlers out here talking about race, and the parents chose the white lawyer because he was less. And that's what you coloreds do. You always trying to get something less, or, lest we not forget, y'all already know, for free.
We like free stuff, so we came out here to get all this free stuff. But then the car saying you can't get the free stuff. What? Cause the people want to take it. And how y'all gonna take some stuff that ain't even yours? It's free.
So I got my 2 baskets and took the bus or whatever.
Wait a damn minute.
We get down here, we get some free stuff.
We're already in a recession. Times are hard. Why not just let us get the items and invest and be okay? We are Black women. We care about our crown. Why not give back to the community and let us get the product? The tools, any other eviction.
I just can't. I'm still stuck on 75,000, y'all. Where'd the money go? Actually, that's a good question. Anybody? Where did the money go? Where does the money reside?
Coming up all soon, we gonna hook you up. We gonna make sure you get that backstreet fun. Yeah. You got a couple of kids, you don't have no job. Yeah. Don't worry about that little girl, that's not y'all. Yeah. Coming by your Texas. I'm asked, what the what? What a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside. And that's on who? Man had a little lamb. Okay.
Well, whatever. It ain't my money. I don't give a damn. But if I had donated, I most certainly would like to know. But it doesn't matter. As long as you got the Rainbow Coalition of Lawyers out there to change shit, we will see what happens. We will definitely follow it. Shout out to Kofi. I appreciate you, hun. He said they don't count trade schools as real schools. Wow, that's part of the reason why Black women say they're more educated than us. They killed trade schools for high schoolers a while ago. The more you know. Wait. They don't count trade schools as real schools. That's part of the reason why Black women say they're more educated than us. They killed trade schools for high schoolers a while ago. The more you know. Oh, so we went to college and all y'all did was go to trade school. Y'all don't make me pull tonight's conversation up out of here, because you know I can, to show and prove that not too educated. Thank you, hon. I appreciate you. Romello in the building. Hey, boo. He says they get the attorney at Walmart on a rollback Tuesday or something, child, because none of this makes any sense whatsoever. And the things that they wilding about, as opposed to the things they should be wilding about, is wild.
Worked in an adult learning environment, which again is fundamentally different than a K through 12 environment. And again, that's why this challenge is going to fall apart. That's why it's going to fall apart. Okay, this is why if you actually read this letter,
I need TLA to give his dissertation on this, and Nate the lawyer. Nate the lawyer, if you're listening. Dennis Sperlin, if you're listening. TLA, if you're listening. Who else? AV, if you're listening. I need all of y'all or one of y'all to give your dissertation on this, because I want to know what y'all think.
they're being very careful with their language. They're saying, hey, we're going to work to see if there were any civil rights issues or whether or not there were any errors from the judge. They're not promising a new trial. And they're also not claiming that Carmelo's innocent, right? Notice how they're not saying, well, we believe that.
Have they said anything, though, is the question, besides the statement that we keep seeing?
Carmelo is actually innocent, and that facts and evidence during the trial were not presented in order to prove Carmelo's innocence. No, that's not what they're saying. They're simply just saying that, quote, our responsibility is to determine whether a legal error occurred and to ensure that every issue supported by the record is fully and vigorously presented on appeal. Again, this is not focused on the facts of the case. This is focused on trying to potentially smear the judge as a racist in order to possibly get a new trial. But it's not going to happen. It's a long shot. And they know this, right? They know that this is not going to work. But again,
it's a shot in the dark. Shout out to those that watch Survivor.
Yeah, it's all about fundraising. It's all about marketing, right? They can hop on board with this new grift that is exploding across Black social media, the pro-Black spaces, where these people really believe that Carmelo Anthony is innocent because they have fallen for lies that have been spread on social media about pedophiles, right? Little pedophiles are lying on social media about what happened that day. And these people are running with it as if it's fact. So all of these lawyers involved know that Carmelo's guilty as hell. They know that this is not going to work. But they also know that the pro-Black blacks are too stupid to understand that it's not going to work and why it's not going to work, right? Because again, these people are very low-level thinkers, okay? If something doesn't make sense to them, if there's some quote-unquote discrepancy, then they automatically default to racism, okay? As I explained, why the Black jurors, the Black educators were struck. Again, these pro-Blacks are too stupid to understand that. They're too stupid to understand the difference between an educator in a K-12 environment and an educator in an adult learning environment and how that can possibly contribute to bias. And that is why the Black educators were struck, and that the judge has broad discretion when it comes to allowing these things. And again, it's not going to be overturned.
Child, this is Lil Rel. Did he take Ozempic or something? I don't know what. That would look like Sterling K. That's Lil Rel.
Because he didn't make an error, right? There's no evidence or proof that, in fact, commit Carmelo. Again, I've already explained why is it that there were no Black people on the jury pool. It has everything to do with stupid people, right? And a fool and his money will part, right?
A fool and his money will be departed. Wow.
I know that. Because again, you got idiots like this. This comedian, Lil Rel, okay? Listen to this clown react to Carmelo's new high-powered race-hustling legal defense team.
I'm about to get super real quick. And I will say this. You know.
Wow, do y'all remember how big this nigga was? Wow.
I mean, I posted what I posted not like a little bit ago about the Carmelo Anthony appeal and how he has a new legal team and they're going to help him appeal. And I posted what I posted.
Yes, everything here is always sped up. I don't have time for people's regular timing. I don't. I got things to do.
And the amount of energy I'm getting from people, and it's a lot of Black people, calling Carmelo Anthony a murderer, and he got what he deserved, and why are you saying he deserves a fair trial? A murderer, a murderer, a murderer, a murderer. My thing is this. If that's the energy you got about any of this, then you should have that same energy for that young man who was shot in the back by that gas station owner.
Again, these people are so dumb. They're so.
Why do y'all keep bringing those two things together? Like, y'all just be trying your best to make something happen. And that is not giving. Oh, they're going to try to get an appeal. It's not a given. Okay, I see. Why do y'all always try to compare shit? They're not the same. They're not the same thing. And they're two different fucking states. Why are y'all so desperate? I don't understand. Why are you so desperate to make something happen of which you have no control over at the end of the day? Like, none of these people got any control over any of it. All that matters is, at this point now, the lawyers, and based off of what you are saying, nothing is going to really change. It's not like there's gonna be a new trial. I'm pretty sure that's probably what they're trying to do, is maybe get a new trial, and then they can use they'll use all the United Colors of Benetton lawyers, and then if they lose, the blacks will still be mad. The pros and the pro-blacks and the blacks will all be mad still. I'm just saying.
Dumb. They continue to bring up other cases that have absolutely nothing to do with the Carmelo case.
They can't even bring up a case that's at least in the same damn state. They reaching everywhere else except for the state of Texas.
Different state, different circumstances, just completely different case. But again, the tiny brains of the pro-blacks, they think that the Rick Child case and the Carmelo case are the same.
Is that case in Texas, Chud the Builder? Is he in Texas? He in jail, right?
So they use this in order to demonstrate that there's some hypocrisy when there's not. You're just dumb, right? You're just dumb.
Dummism all 2026.
It's like unbelievable how stupid these people are. It explains everything. It really does. When you understand how stupid these people are on average, it explains a whole lot of the problems in the black community. I'm telling you, this is the conclusion I've come to. It's the only logical conclusion. And the sad reality is that deep down, I know I'm right. I know that the biggest issue in the black community right now is the fact that you have too many people who are below average intelligence, right? That the average black person.
Yeah, do you think that's supposed to make me feel some kind of way? Do you see how dark I am? Because I just came back from vacation. This is a black that has money, honey. You don't like that, do you? And I don't be sitting up here having kids who go do dumbass shit and then turn around thinking that the whole world's supposed to help them. Do you see that? You see how light I am? This from my bathing suit, and this how dark I am. You see that? Yeah. So carry your ass on somewhere or pipe the fuck down, okay? Because child, play those stupid ass games with somebody else, because I don't. We don't. How about that?
Person is not very smart. That's the problem. That's the issue, okay? And it's not an issue that you can fix by throwing money at the problem. This is why, despite all the welfare, despite all the handouts, black people are still behind. This is why you have these immigrants that come from these other countries. They come to the United States. Doesn't matter if they're already well off coming to the United States. Doesn't matter if they cross the border illegally and they ain't got nothing. They come here and they outperform black folks because it seems as if the average black person is just not very smart. And when you're not very smart, yeah, you're gonna have a hard time, right? You're gonna have a hard time. And that's what this is proving. That's what this is proving. And I don't want to think that. I don't want to believe that. But the reaction to all this kind of basically proves that. So it's hard for me to deny reality. I'm not going to deny reality. When reality is staring me in the face, I'm going to call it like this. And reality is that these people are not very smart. And they just continue to demonstrate this over and over and over again. Again, it's like
I'm going to say they're just emotional. I mean, there's a lot of dummism, trust me. I believe that. But I think they're just emotional. And I just think that thinking that because everybody doesn't agree doesn't mean anything other than everybody just don't agree. That's it. Like, I honestly, whatever happens down there, I honestly don't give a damn. I just don't. It's not my kid. It's not my family. It's not my problem. And like I said, I was told not to act like that and to think before you act. And no one is saying this. And that is the real problem. Outside of that $75,000, because I'm still tripping. But in addition to that, if the community and all these pros and all these people really cared about black people and they cared about kids, black boys, sassy straights, black boys, then they would say, you need to remember this the next time that you think that you want to go do something. You need to stop, take a moment, take a step back, think, call somebody, do something. I haven't heard that once. Outside of us here. Nobody wants to say that. Everybody just wants to say racism. It is the same shit over and over and over again. And how long have I been saying when you call everything racist, when the time comes for something that might really be racism, no one's going to believe you. Much like, what was that story, y'all? Generation X, the boy who cried wolf. The boy who cried wolf. You can say this, you can say this, you can say you play games, you play games, you play games. Then comes a time, nobody's going to believe you. Nobody is going to believe you. I'm confused as to why anybody is confused. Ball out, crash out, content for days, child, content for days. However, there's a lesson that needs to be communicated to all the young people that are listening, including, well, child, not even including him because he's going to jail. The 15-year-old, the 14 or 15-year-old that just took out a 3-year-old. None of these pro-blacks seem to have a thing to say about that. The dude down in Atlanta that took out his baby mom, 9 months pregnant, about to have a baby. They both black. Ain't nobody got nothing to say about that. She out of here. The baby out of here. Not a peep. Not a word. They do not care about none of you black men, in my opinion, until you are deceased or until you are a criminal. That's it. That's all. This is wild.
But I'm so annoyed by that. And I already explained that I'm not like going back and forth with nobody in these comments. This is sick to me. I can't understand how y'all keep calling this young man a murderer, right? And
because he was convicted, that's why they're saying it. And there is someone that's deceased. Did anybody forget about that part, Bueller? I'm just asking questions.
He was sitting there minding his business, and they marched over there to bully him, right? They bullied him. Because the dude, if you know the background of those twins, they were bullies. Full-blown, old school.
Isn't it interesting how they can bust out everybody's past in this case, but as soon as somebody busts out somebody's past when they're black, it's an issue. Listen, I'm black. Yes, I see this shit. I'm the one that's saying that we got an issue. I'm not saying that you can't fight for Carmelo. Fight for his ass. I don't give a fuck. But there's some other things that I've been saying and been talking about that's in our face that we can see that nobody seems to give a fuck about, and most of it has to do with fucking kids. Most of those kids are males. Nobody seems to give a fuck until now. It's fucking too late. One, he's been convicted. Two, he's already taken somebody up out of here. So you think he's just gonna go home and be like, yeah, child, let me order a pizza and everything gonna be everything? Do you think that all of those kids that are that had to witness that, you think they just home saying, child, let me just go on outside, I gotta go down and go to the McDonald's, collateral damage anyone? You think they're not affected by what the fuck they saw? I know half damn well I would be, period. I don't want to see none of it. We're talking about kids now. Nobody gives a damn. Any of them, all of them, and not even in just this situation, in any of these situations, school shootings, whatever, any of this crazy shit. What happened in Wilmington Hospital? Any of it. Nobody cares. Nobody thinks about these kids. They just like, oh, we're just in another program. Motherfuckers, the programs ain't working. These are supposed to be the people taking over, and then they're knocking out old people like fucking sport, and GTA 6 is about to come out. I think I want to buy it, though. I ain't gonna hold y'all. You're safe, though, because I'm not gonna take anybody out. But I love Grand Theft Auto. I haven't played it in a while. I do not want to listen to Lil Rel or Big Rel or whatever the fuck his name is. Let me go over here to Kingdom. Shout out to Kingdom Reacts. We like him around here. Stephen A. Smith just exposed the biggest lie in the Carmelo Anthony case. Stephen A. Smith?
And it started being about what people needed to believe happened. And that's where this conversation gets real interesting because, man, the courtroom talk is over with. Now it's happening all on television, podcasts, and over social media. And every time somebody tries to defend Carmelo Anthony, they somehow make this entire situation look a little bit stranger. Look at this.
One last thing, I know we're playing the music, but Austin Metcalf's the victim, the deceased. His father went on a podcast and listened to it for yourself, but he called Carmelo Anthony a racial slur. And he also said that the reason that black people weren't on the jury is because black people are unable to hold bias from the trial because they don't know their own fathers, have a bunch of baby mamas running around living off of government assistance. So that is that's the thinking of the victim's father. Well,
which has nothing to do with anything, but whatever. Watermelon Felon is a little racist, y'all. I think it's funny. I love Watermelon, but Charleston White, I got it right today, y'all, made the fucking shirt. I haven't heard anybody be outraged about that, have y'all? Because you didn't send it to me, or I didn't see it anyway.
Let's not say that was the victim's thinking as well. Of the victim, but of the victim's father. And we'll let you sit with that. We'll be right back.
Yeah, well, I guess Whoopi said, let's get this straight, y'all. Let's get this straight.
One last thing, I know we're playing the music.
So notice what just happened here, right? Whoopi didn't just jump in to defend one side. She jumped in to separate the victim from something somebody else said.
Yes,
that's an important distinction right there, right? Because one thing I've noticed lately is a lot of people have become allergic to precision. I mean, like, just what a Benadryl at. Everything gets bundled together. One person says something, another person gets blamed. One family member speaks, suddenly everybody inherits the statement. Basically, they're just saying he's racist and all that. And she completely. This is not how fairness works. Is all I'm saying. And regardless of where you stand on this case, if we're going to claim facts matter, then details have to matter too, right? Now, what's fascinating is that even during the discussion about Carmelo Anthony, the conversation immediately starts drifting somewhere else. It tells you the story has become bigger than the actual incident itself. So let's go and roll this next clip.
Sonny Hostin on The View saying, I don't understand how this couldn't possibly be self-defense. So what is your judgment of all these people in the media that have spoken on the case?
They're just like anybody else. They don't know me. They don't know Hunter, Austin. They don't know Carmelo. They're looking for...
You know what? Let me go, because I got this interview anyway. Let's go watch this interview instead of watching it through him. So this is Austin's dad reveals whether Carmelo Anthony's family has ever apologized. I asked this question, y'all. I asked this question, has anybody ever apologized? At minimum, right? All right, we're going to have to watch this first. We're going to watch, it's only 11 minutes. Child, what is his name? Metcalf, the father, talk to this dude, whatever his name is.
Austin Metcalf's dad, Jeff Metcalf, joins me now here in Dallas. Jeff, thanks for being with us here today.
Thank you, Will. Thanks for having me.
You know, I think I'd love to just start this conversation with some of what I just shared with the audience. This is not new to you. I'm sure you've seen the video and heard the 911 call. I did notice you took your earpiece out. You didn't want to hear that audio again of the 911 call.
Correct.
Just too hard to hear it again and to see this video.
And there's another body cam footage that hasn't been released, and it has some pretty graphic details, and I can hear my son screaming, and it's something I don't really want to care to listen to again.
Totally understandable. What, with this video's release, Jeff, do you hope the public can see about this moment?
Well, I mean, obviously, the trial not being publicly viewed live, due there's so many minors involved, and that's that's a different subject I could talk about.
So many minors involved. Nobody cares about their collateral damage. A lot of young people. I hope people are looking out for their kids, child.
On its own, because look at the damage that these young students who had to witness this murder, who have to live with this for the rest of their life. Every one of them is on counseling. PTSD could be a thing. I mean, this is a trauma that can carry the rest of your life, possibly. Hopefully, they can get the help they need and move forward and not be scarred from it. Me personally, I'm saying.
Child, this is what I'm talking about. Nobody ever thinks about collateral damage. That's what I call it, collateral damage. Nope. They'll be fine because they ain't worried about nobody else but themselves. Child, I'm supposed to be worried about motherfuckers. I ain't.
Anyway, I need the help too to make sure that I can move forward. And that's what I really want to concentrate on, is moving forward. I hope this video can clear up a lot of the misinformation that was provided throughout the entire year before the trial came to light. There were multiple lies and mistruths that were put on social media, that were spoken by even individuals that have some fame. People had their own opinions without even seeing the facts. And that's the part I have trouble with.
What do you make of that? Candidly, with the audience, you and I spoke a little bit earlier today, and it's one of the great mysteries for me, and how something that is so clear, the facts so obvious, was turned into something that was this great national discussion of race. I think you called it earlier. How did this become George Floyd 2.0?
Unfortunately, in today's moral decay of society, as we've witnessed, people believe that if they have their own voice, they scream loud enough, they're right. And they believe perception.
He's right about that. He's absolutely right about that. Just scream louder. I got my own platform. I got 100,000 people. I got 44,000 people. I got 1 million people. I get 1 million people to follow me. They all get to believe me. And guess what? Ain't got no bearing on that damn case. Not near none.
Is their own reality. It may not be truth, but in their mind, it is their own reality. For a person,
I want to speak my truth. It's my truth. Shout out to those that know.
To not able to objectively look at something, use common logic, common sense, to come to a determination just based on merely the facts, not the color of one's skin. That tells me a whole lot about your character if you choose that direction.
And you told me you feel like you know the moment this became more than simply a horrible tragedy and a crime story in North Texas, where it became this larger thing, and it was that press conference.
Yes, sir. I do believe that was probably one of the turning points. I was there to show up to pray.
Oh my God, did I not say this, y'all? Oh my God, I said that damn press conference where they allowed that baby shaking minister to chastise this man for coming to try to have a conversation. And he started it. I don't care what nobody says. And they still let that man be out here talking. He's a fucking felon too. Let him talk. Let him talk. Let him do what he wants. Yeah, they pay $75,000. They got a discount on that lawyer. Nobody's outraged. He's sitting up here talking about how dare you come here. This is a fucking victim's father. No outrage. Child, hurry up.
Well, this wasn't a racial divide thing that we could kind of close the gap instead of widening it. But at that point, they'd obviously retained the services of Dominic Alexander, a convicted baby shaking felon advocate who decided to throw me out of the press.
Yo, did he just say the baby shaking advocate too? Oh my God.
Racial divide thing that we could kind of close the gap instead of widening it. But at that point, they'd obviously retained the services of Dominic Alexander, a convicted baby shaking felon advocate.
He said a convicted baby shaking felon advocate. So everybody knows. A convicted baby shaking advocate. Shout out to TLA, which is where we found out initially. Thank you, Meredith. I appreciate you for the jewels. Thank you, hon.
Who decided to throw me out of the press conference, have me removed by police, and then proceeded to gaslight me and tell me how I was such, I can't remember the word he used, but that I shouldn't have been there, and it was not dignified to my son or myself, which I really couldn't quite understand as they proceeded to gaslight me. And also took a, there was a young lady who has followed the case also from the entire time. Her name is Sarah Fields. Also showed information about her. That's when they took it from any type of remorse, which they did not show, to the fact of now we're going to play the race card. And now we're going to politicize this. Now we're getting a political activist involved. The two things I said on one of the first interviews I ever did was, please don't make this about race and please don't politicize it. But they chose to do both.
And your goal that day was to simply get together and pray?
All I wanted, yeah, I was actually hoping to show them, hey, look, man, I know what happened.
Shout out to Kofa, who said yesterday that he thinks that if Mr. Mac, child, what is his name? Jeff. If Jeff and the other father, child, whatever his name is, Mr. Anthony, the father, could have come together and talked at that time instead of getting the baby shaken minister in, that they probably could have come to some conclusion and it wouldn't be the way that it is now. Excuse me. It wouldn't be as bad as it is now. Metcalf, thank you. But instead, they allowed the baby shaken felon minister to get in to do. He is part of the National Action Network, National G Action Network. He throw a G in there, but that is a derivative from Al Sharpton. What does Al Sharpton do? What has Al Sharpton done? What is his play? His whole freaking career is you're racist. And that's where this comes from.
Oh, you're being a racist! Racist!
When Shank was telling his story about him and Al Sharpton and how all he has ever done is said that everything is racist. So now you get to have a derivative of National Action Network, the NGAN, and then you have the baby shaken felon minister now who's running it. And now y'all here running his mouth and y'all still using him because, you know, he black, we black, everybody black. And that's supposed to be the solidifying of everything, part of that code. And he fucked this shit up. I agree with Kofa completely. If the mother could have stayed out of it. If the mother could have stayed out of it, I have no doubt they could have come together. Both of these two families, which I said yesterday, they're not downtrodden. They're not poor. They got successful kids. They were both athletes, good grades from what I understand, blah, blah, blah. Now, when somebody says that, I don't know if this is true. They said that Carmelo came to school with a weapon before and just was suspended, and that Austin was a bully before. I don't know. That could be true. That couldn't be true. Those types of things, even though it's a lot, right? That's what I might consider for boys, because boys and girls are different. If you're not that person, get the fuck on out of here, okay? Boys and girls are different. Male and female are different. And you do that type of stuff and you're a boy. I'm not saying it's right, but it's like, all right, they're young boys, men figuring it out, blah, 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 blah. Take your punishment, learn your lesson, move the fuck on. Nobody said taking nobody the fuck on up out of here, no. But when people over here, after their kids delete someone and take them up off of this earth talking about, oh, they just kids. No, that's not just kids. That's a fucking demon. That's a big fucking difference. It's a big difference. So now, unfortunately, this is what I'm saying about all these other people that we be talking about, where we talk about crime is down, and then you watch all these news programs from the local news and what's going on locally, and it's all these crimes and crimes and crimes and crimes, and it's people that are younger and younger and younger. 12 years old today. What was it, 12 or 14 today, y'all? I forget. 12 or 14 years old, stole a car, killed a 3-year-old, and ran away. Got caught, of course. But they'll be tried in juvenile court, which means they'll probably get a lesser sentence and somebody don't have their kid here no more. They think that that's just what kids do. No, that's not what kids do. Kids might be bullied and they might be bullies in school. I ain't saying it's right. That's what they do. They might bring a pocket knife one day. You get your ass in trouble, you get suspended, you don't do it again. Now you go do it again, you're a jackass, you deserve what you get. They don't be taking people on up out of here. The only people that ever really died when I was in high school is because they were drunk driving. It was usually from a car accident. Y'all kids is out here dealing with mass shootings, and they can't go to the mall, they can't go to the store, they can't go walk the dog, they can't do shit without the threat of something happening. And people just want to let that be. It's okay. It's okay.
It's for the tip.
It's not okay. It's not normal. You're never going to get me to believe that shit is normal. I'm just saying. That's just my thought process. But what the fuck do I know? Anyway, thank you, Jordan. I appreciate the super sticker. Shout out to all of y'all that are still here. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new.
Happened was terrible. And your son made a horrible mistake. I was hoping for some accountability maybe and some remorse. Neither one was shown.
Have you ever spoken to the Anthonys?
No.
No apology, no remorse?
Nothing.
You were telling me you were inside the courtroom, quite obviously. After the verdict, the Anthonys left. They weren't there for Carmelo's sentencing.
That is correct. They weren't there for the sentencing, and they were not there for victim impact statements. They left that poor child up there by himself. As soon as the verdict was read, he was guilty.
How come ain't nobody talking about that? How come ain't nobody talk about that? That's okay, though. That's okay, because they're stressed. They're going through stuff. Everybody care about Carmelo, probably allegedly. More people care about Carmelo than his own parents. They had to cheapen it up. Whoever said a Walmart discount on the lawyer, then you want to say racism, but you ain't got shit to say about none of that. It's your baby shaking felon that works for the damn family, so you should believe it. He black, you black, everybody black. No outrage there, right? No outrage on almost accumulated $700,000, and you spent $75,000. Almost accumulating $700,000. You use $75,000 for an attorney, and then y'all are surprised? Y'all are surprised? Now that I know, I didn't know. We thought you knew. I didn't know. No outrage for that. Y'all ain't got shit to say about that. Interest in what you can fucking absolve. Interest in where you can go with your made up fucking narratives and the amount of people that sit there and believe that shit. Because the first thing I said is that somebody should be on that lawyer's ass that took less than 24 actual working hours on trial to do a case. 24 hours. The boy is about to go to jail for a long ass time if you don't put up a great defense, and you took less than a whole 24 hours. No outrage for that. Parents leaving him up there by himself. No outrage for that. The jury is of white people and minorities, just not black. Oh my God, it's a racist. It's the same fucking shit. You don't look at anything else. Wash, rinse, repeat. Woo.
His family and some other advocates left the courtroom and turned in their badges.
Jeff, I was talking earlier, I asked about Austin's twin brother, Hunter. And I asked you, what has life been like for Hunter in school? Frisco Memorial has other black students. What's the relationships been like at school? What has life been like for Hunter?
Well, I can't speak, for Hunter. I can only try to imagine. But, he held his grades. He had straight A's this year. He was captain of the football team, took over his brother's position. I honestly can't see anyone that has the strength or the mental fortitude as much as that young man does. I told him right after the trial, when he went up to give his victim impact statement, that I saw a boy walk up there, but what I saw walk down was a man. He was calm, to the point, was able to articulate his words in a way that could be very understood very well, asked Carmelo to look him in the eye to show him some respect, and never once became emotional and was able to convey what his thoughts were at that moment.
And you told me that multiple black students throughout Frisco Memorial High, also in the middle school, the entire community rallied around Hunter, rallied around your family, rallied around Austin. The point being, what was happening actually on the ground and in your lives was so different than what was taking place in the national media, in the conversation, for example, on The View.
Oh my God.
We started on left liberal who have Showtime. But anyway, the community and the school itself, obviously we dedicated the season to Austin, and there was a logo, motto, whatever you want to call it, it's called All In. A stood for Austin. The two ones were his number 11. I stand for integrity. N stands for never quit. And they dedicated the season to him. And
child, if you just got here, either rewind or shut the fuck up, child. We ain't got time for fools around here, okay?
Came the motto, and they also presented me and Megan with a framed jersey of Austin with his jersey number 11 that hangs above my fireplace as we speak. But as far as the makeup of the team, I'd say half the team are blacks. We don't see color. So all I see is character in people. I don't care what color you're.
Well, sir, that's not true. We heard what you had to say. How come the Anthony family didn't work on a plea deal with the DA? They had one. They didn't take it. That's the other thing. Nobody want to talk about that part. They said, nah, we going for the gusto. It would. I don't know what the numbers are, but I'm pretty sure that I was told it was less than 15 years. Less than 15. But I guess they didn't want to. I guess they didn't want to take it. Yeah. Because even AB told us. Shout out to Ms. AB, and you know she's in law enforcement. She said everybody always gets offered a deal. Everybody, do not write in caps. Do not write in caps. Everybody always gets offered a deal. So they didn't take it. They didn't take it. So, well, now you're innocent with 17 and a half. You got to serve. Thank you, Quality Guy, for the sparkles. I appreciate you, boo.
You are. I want to judge you how you treat people. What's your character like?
I mean, some of y'all just act like there's not a deceased child over here in the grave. I'm confused. He innocent. I'm sorry. Is there a deceased child? I'm sorry. Is the twin brother? Is he somewhere and I'm just not seeing him or something? Child, y'all just be saying shit.
Your color makes no difference. It doesn't determine your IQ. It doesn't determine your faith. It doesn't determine how much money you have. But your character shows who you are truly. And that's how I judge people.
And you said, don't get me started on it, but to your point, a lot of big voices in the media have talked about this, said, I don't understand. I can play a clip for you, which I'm not going to, of Sonny Hostin on The View saying, I don't understand how this couldn't possibly be self-defense. So what is your judgment of all these people in the media that have spoken on the case?
Well, they're just like anybody else. They don't know me. They don't know Hunter, Austin. They don't know Carmelo. They're looking for their 15 minutes of fame or their clickbait or their clicks. They're looking to monetize the death of my son. I really wish they wouldn't speak about it at all. Because one, if that woman said that, she has no idea about the facts of the case, but she wants to spew her public opinion on a platform that reaches millions of people.
I mean, people try to act like Sonny and the rest of the View heifers hoes haven't been lying about everything that they talk about. They just out there to get women to say, yeah, hating assholes.
Every day. Do I have that platform? No, but today I have a little platform to say what I'd like. She is completely wrong. And if they want to take me, call me and ask me to be on The View with them, I would gladly fly me up there and let me talk to all of you.
Well, I can promise you more people are watching you right now than watch The View.
It's not hard to believe.
Last thing, Jeff, you said they don't know your son. What would you like the world to know about Austin Metcalf?
Man, I don't think we have enough time. But, I mean, Austin, I'll try to sum it up. He was a leader. He was a God-fearing son. He had compassion. He showed love. He always helped. Always was helping his teammates, always helping the younger kids from middle school who were transitioning to high school football. He would go and talk to them and tell them what to expect. He would coach them in the weight room. He was a leader. When he stepped on that field, he became someone totally different. And he played, I told him once before, I said, son, you play with such controlled rage. And it shows. And for him to have all the accolades and where he was going, I mean, there's no doubt in my mind he was playing D1 football. But, let's just go a step forward. Maybe there's that 1% chance he does get to the NFL. I'm maybe biased because he's my son, but he had the numbers, the stats, and the size. So the possibility does exist. I don't know about the probability, but the possibility surely existed.
Well, I'm sorry for all that you and your family have been through, and you and I've spoken, and I know you're continuing.
All right, so now I'll go back over to Kingdom now that we watched that, because that's what he was about to show. So let me just forward it a little bit because we just watched it.
Now, you know what stands out to me? Not anger, not even frustration, disappointment. Because even when Jet Metcalf talks, he doesn't sound like somebody trying to win a political argument. He sounds like a father still trying to understand the aftermath. And that's where a lot of this discussion loses me. Everybody wants to be the first person with an opinion, but very few stop long enough to remember that there's a family attached to the headline. Internet moves on in 3 days. Families don't. And while everybody else is debating narratives, these people still have to wake up every morning and live with reality. That's a very different burden. Now, this is where things just start getting weird.
Austin fell onto Carmelo's knife trying to attack him because the knife is 3.5 inches. The cut was only 2.
Child, he fell. Lord help your people. I'm exhausted, child. I still gotta go to the gym. Who's listening to Dr. Umar? Child, what is the date of the opening of the damn school? What is the date? What is the date of the opening of the school? Because, child, if you ain't talking about that, I don't give a fuck what he got to say. He fell on the...
Oh, if I'm stabbing you, why am I going halfway with a knife blade that's only 3.5 inches? You fell onto my knife.
I heard no evidence of Carmelo Anthony or Austin Metcalf falling into a knife. I heard no evidence of that whatsoever. And there were 21 people, who was considered for the jury. You had your grand jury testimony and all of this other stuff going on. And there was 21 people that were talked to. There were witnesses that were in attendance. Nobody talked about Austin Metcalf falling into a knife. I don't know where that comes from. I don't know.
It comes from his brain and people who listen to that man that's been doing this, opening a school for almost 20 damn years. And ain't a school come and your kids have grown up and moved on with the rest of their life. Y'all still sitting up here believing that man is going to fucking open a school. Good effing bye. Thank you, Kofa. He said, I told BT, you said that yesterday. The next thing you know, y'all will start saying he fell on the knife. Here we are. Child, this is crazy. It's his own fault. He did it to himself. No, but it's typical. No accountability. White racism, white people. It's everybody else's fault. No accountability. Like he just said, no one apologizes. Nobody wants to try to talk. Nobody wants to do anything that will start to bridge this freaking gap, which just gets wider and wider. But anyway, thank you for the super chat. Shout out to y'all. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new.
Know where that comes from. And obviously because of how severe the penalty was, 35 years in prison, we're going to take into account history from an historical perspective, from a racist perspective, and we're not going to be uncomfortable with the discrepancy that exists between somebody like Casey Allison compared to a Carmelo Anthony. I got that part. But that doesn't give us a license to then turn around and to just come up with stuff that might have been, as opposed to listening to the evidence that was actually disseminated and making reaching a conclusion based off of that. Carmelo Anthony was quoted as saying to Austin Metcalf, put your hands on me and find out what's going to happen.
See what I mean by getting weird? Now, we're going to extend this clip a little bit later on, but probably the last clip, I believe, because once people start inventing details that weren't established in court, you left the realm of argument and entered the realm of imagination. Stephen A's point isn't complicated here. You don't get to create evidence because you dislike a verdict. Think about that. If we only trust witnesses when they agree with us.
Well, the people out here in the world clearly do. Just say whatever you want. It's not true. I wasn't there. I didn't see anything. Everything was closed, but I know what happened. Ain't nothing new with that.
We're not actually looking for the truth. If anything, we're just looking for teammates. And those are two completely different things. The moment loyalty becomes more important than reality, every conversation turns into a jersey match. Nobody's learning anything. Everybody just seems to be sharing.
We're at the very beginning stages of the media and leftists and the occult turning Carmelo Anthony into the victim. And he didn't do it, or he was justified. This self-defense claim. This is all occult-like activity. And I watched G. Craig Lewis break it down this past Sunday in his church, and how the black church, black gangs, black culture has been captured by the occult. And y'all wonder why I keep coming on here like this case is important, and we have to call out this satanic culture that has captured black culture. And we're running around defending a murderer. I saw things on, I saw Asante Samuel on Twitter this weekend defending Carmelo Anthony, making assertions, insinuations. They're like, oh, what should Carmelo have done? Take that
L. I guess all these blacks ain't never seen Friday, and now John Witherspoon don't matter in the words that he said, right? It's all, don't take a L. Don't take a L, because, it's more important that you go to jail or you end your life. That's what people are saying. Ain't this a football player or something? I think he used to play for the Eagles. But that's crazy.
Crazy work. These guys, he was disrespected. Someone pushed him. What was he to do? Asante Samuel's Super Bowl champion has a solid case for the NFL Hall of Fame, Pro Football Hall of Fame. He's out promoting that Carmelo Anthony's some victim and he shouldn't be in jail. This is a guy jerking off on social media. What? Too much money, and we've given him too much platform because we worship these sports heroes as gods, and we give them so much money, and people, well, he's made all this money, he must be smart. And he thinks Carmelo Anthony was justified in killing a 17-year-old child. These gangs that hip-hop has normalized and celebrated, these are all satanic cult. And I want to apologize to my friends, my brothers. I'm going to offer up this apology first, but I just got to say it because it's truth. And G. Craig Lewis went into it this weekend on Sunday in his sermon. These fraternities.
Oh no! Are they stealing my talking points, y'all? Are they stealing my talking points now? I know I sound like Trent right now. Oh my God! Shout out to the fucking Boule and D fucking 9. We already know. because that's who the hell they are following, these MFers, talking about, ooh, oh, it's about to be in change. You need to lead the country. Motherfuckers are still here. Millionaires telling the rest of the community what to do, and they don't come to help y'all's asses for shit. That's why now with the Benetton Dream Team and what's his name, Tariq Nasheed, saying they're all democratically aligned, but that nigga been talking about Democrats and how much bullshit they are forever. Now all of a sudden, oh, it's okay, it's okay. Been talking about rolling forever. Oh, it's okay. Oh, it's okay.
It's the occult. They're rituals that they put you through.
They absolutely do rituals. We saw them, and there's so much more to see. It's all on this here YouTube and fucking TikTok.
Secret societies. It's
absolutely
pledging allegiance to something other than God.
He's absolutely right. You don't have to like Jason Whitlock, but what the fuck he's saying is absolutely true. We have already covered it. That's why they do them secret handshakes. That's why they sit up there and they be like, oh, frat. And let's we not forget when Marilyn Mosby was out there and she got convicted of whatever she did. I don't even remember right now. And she was begging the white man, Joe Biden, to give her a pardon before he left. And he ignored her like she was the fucking wall. Who was out there to help her? People who are in the fucking D9.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
They was out there for her. Ben Crump, one of them three girls from the three girls over there, all in fraternities and sororities. Remember when the dude in Virginia took out his wife and deleted himself? I forget, Justin Fairfax. And Rowley put that damn post up, and Boule said, nigga, take that shit down. And guess what? He said, okay, sir. Who has ever seen Roland listen to anybody, Cha? Who has Roland ever listened to that anybody knows who he is, has ever listened to and followed the direction of? Who? Send me the fucking video. He don't listen to nobody. But when that Boule called and said, take that shit down, he confessed and let us know, which solidified it then, and he took that shit down. That nigga don't listen to nobody. He rude to all his damn guests. They still going on there, though. Jason Whitlock, like him, love him, hate him. He's absolutely right about this shit.
This might be the part people overlook. Jason's asking a different question, not what happened. He's asking why some people still reacting the same way they're reacting after the verdict. And honestly, that might be a more interesting conversation because Americans don't just disagree on facts anymore. We disagree on facts on what facts we're even willing to accept. Some people see evidence, others see symbolism, some people see a verdict. Other people see a larger cultural battle. The result, everybody's talking. Almost nobody's talking about the same thing, though, at all.
I was hoping we could show the world this wasn't a racial divide thing, that we could kind of close the gap instead of widening it. But at that point, they'd obviously retain the services of Dominique Alexander.
You don't need cable news to explain laws either. It's universal.
For those who want to support Carmelo Anthony, who want to act like a crime wasn't committed, who want to act like he was completely provoked, instead of bringing up the fact that he had no business having a knife at a track meet, instead of acknowledging the fact that he was in no real perceived danger in terms of his life being threatened, in terms of acknowledging the fact that under no circumstances, based on the evidence of what has happened, did it warrant him stabbing somebody in the chest? If we're going to sit up there and we're going to ignore those things, here's what we can't ignore. Here's what's unavoidable. People are going to bring this up too. Where's all this noise over what happened in Chicago on Juneteenth? What's the relevancy for that? The relevancy for that is that we're arguing and going off and expressing hell and fury over the conviction of a guy who acknowledged he committed the crime. Told the police, it's not alleged, I did it. He put his hands on me, so I did it, according to the reports. We've got people all over the place going off, talking about police officers, talking about the court system, talking about the inequity within our legal system, et cetera, et cetera. But 39 people get shot on Juneteenth. 6 are killed. And we're not
shout out to Chicago
hearing anything. Why is that?
Austin fell onto Carmelo's knife trying to attack him because the knife is 3.5 inches. The cut was only 2. Lou, if I'm stabbing you, why am I going halfway with a knife blade that's only 3.5 inches? You fell onto my knife. Regardless, Lou, do you really think those 2 black boys who fell on that white boy's knife?
Time out, bro. I can't do it. I got to get my haircut. My barber here, that ain't fell on a knife.
There ain't no human being on planet Earth out of 21 witnesses said that he fell on a knife. Carmelo Anthony's defense isn't arguing that he fell on a knife. Nobody's saying that these black people cannot take accountability for nothing. Now the boy then fell on somebody's knife.
That's the problem right there. You see, ultimately, we got to pick our battles. We got to be better than that. What we going to do? We got to come together to resolve some of these issues. What's the best way to do it? First order of business is to be real. To be real about the evidence that we're looking at and go from there and pick our fights and pick our battles. It's important to do that. Again, I don't like the idea of Carmelo Anthony being sentenced to 35 years at all. I don't like the makeup of the jury, not having an African-American on it at all. I get it. I understand. And I don't know all of the specifics that went into the jury ultimately being made up of what it was made up of. I'm quite sure that there were blacks that were interviewed and before being placed on the jury, before the decision was made as to who would be placed on the jury and who wasn't. But the point of the matter is that I don't like it. I don't like the look. I don't like the optics because we're here having these questions. But what's inescapable and what's undeniable is that Carmelo Anthony said, he put his hands on me, so I stabbed him. He said, it's not alleged. I did it. Confessed to doing so and told.
I guess they forget all about that, right? They forgot all about that. That part they just forgot. Even though now that they release these videos, you hear it and brings it all back. Still ignore all that. There had to be a reason. If he fell on the K-tool, wouldn't gravity pull him down to the last inch? That is true. That is true because, they're 200 plus pounds. They want to make sure everybody knows they were 200 plus pounds.
People, he did so. Not only that, there were witnesses that saw it happen. Not only that, Austin Metcalf's brother was there. And his brother died right in front of him. So when we sit up here and we think about the battles that need to be fought, we got to be mindful of what's worth fighting for and what's not worth fighting for. I'm talking about the merits of the case, not the human being. Because all of us are God's children. And my heart goes out to Carmelo Anthony and his family. I wish this didn't happen. I wish that he's not going to spend at least the next 17 years in prison, barring an appeal that's won. But he killed someone. Every time we turn around, there's something going on in Chicago.
Every day?
Every time. And the vast majority of victims happen to be black. When we gonna speak about that? Same energy, y'all. Don't lose the intensity. Keep the same intensity. We gonna fight and fight and fight over a young kid that admitted he killed somebody? And we hear crickets when 39 people get shot and 6 get killed in Chicago on Juneteenth?
While Brandon blames Donald Trump, even though that's his city, it's Trump's fault, child. Pritzker, it's Trump's fault. That's your state, sir. That's what happened this past weekend, for Juneteenth weekend, mind you. But it's Trump's fault.
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Again!
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Going, you're being a racist! Racist!
Anyway.
And that's why this clip belongs here at the end. Because Stephen A. isn't really talking about one person anymore. He's talking about something much bigger. He's talking about the temptation to force reality into our preferred storyline. Everybody does it, man. Politicians do it. Media figures do it. Activists do it. Regular people do it. The challenge isn't finding facts that support your position. The challenge is having the courage to follow the facts when they stop supporting your position. That's harder. Very hard.
Ain't gonna work.
I said very. I mean, it's way, brother.
Ain't gonna happen.
Very hard. But that's the difference between seeking confirmation and seeking truth. And if this case has exposed anything, it's how many people would rather protect the narrative than update an opinion. So let me know what you think. Now, what's
good work, sir. As usual. I agree. I definitely agree. It is lose-lose for sure. It is 5:17. I got about 15 minutes. So I want to do one of these Dennis Sperling, a lawyer, mind you, where he did a whole show where people could come and talk about the case with him. And child, y'all already know this was a mess. A mess. Why would you believe a black lawyer? You're going to believe a black Willie D. Ghetto Boy. That makes sense. So this one is a 20-minute yelling match with a critic over Carmelo Anthony murder conviction, child.
Welcome to the broadcast, sir. What would you like to add to the conversation? Hopefully you have some criticism, too.
Yeah, I feel like you made a lot of assumptions, saying with the touch and him admitting that he murdered someone. He didn't admit to the police officer in the police report that he murdered someone, because if you look at the when they had these
Get him, didn't they?
bro side committee, so he was even aware that Austin had died, and so he wasn't admitting to the police officer that he murdered anybody. And then as far as like the touch me, you're saying it in such a monotone way, like he touched me, like, or a cavalier way. But he may have been emotional when he said it, and maybe not picked his words the best way. But he just stabbed somebody, and he was going through a lot of trauma in himself. It takes a lot to stab somebody. It's very intimate. And so a 17-year-old boy who has no history of violence and no criminal record, for him to get to a point where he would stab someone in a public place like that in the chest, he was scared. And so you're picking apart things that a 17-year-old said, but he didn't say like he shouldn't have touched me or in a cavalier way. You don't know how he said it. He could have said it in tears. And what I gather from
it's the way that you say it now, y'all. It's the way that you say it.
From the police officer's statement, Carmelo was in tears and he was emotional. So I think it was more dramatic. Like he should when he said he shouldn't have touched me. And so I feel like you're just taking a lot of things, just making it seem so simple. Or when you say he was sitting down and touching mean you get murdered. We don't know how he got touched because he didn't testify. That's a valid point. That's his defense. That's on his defense. But from what I gathered from a couple people, they said that he was pushed back, and then someone said he lifted him up. And so we don't know what really happened in that tent. But for this to go down like it did, a lot more than a touch happened.
Okay. So are you saying that Carmelo Anthony didn't murder Metcalf?
As far as I know, it was self-defense. So
okay, no, that's not what I'm asking.
He died due to the...
Did Carmelo Anthony...
I guess he doesn't know he's talking to a lawyer.
Plunge a knife in Austin Metcalf's chest and he bled to death? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. When you kill another person, is that called murder?
Depends.
So it's your opinion?
It depends. It depends.
I'll let you talk, brother. I'll let you talk. You got to answer the questions. If we're going to get there, we got to get there together. So you're saying there's a difference between murder and killing?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Murder is if you kill someone on accident with your car, like you hit and kill a kid in the crosswalk on accident, you kill somebody. You didn't murder them.
Okay.
Now if I go and if I just stalk my neighbor and stab her in the throat, I murdered her.
Let's stop. Are you saying that Carmelo Anthony accidentally killed Austin Metcalf? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
How do you know this information?
It's an accident. It's an accident, y'all.
Based off the information I have.
No. How do you know this information? Because my understanding is that Carmelo Anthony never took the stand.
Got you. Based off of the information that I have,
because I could just
from the transcripts.
What transcripts from where?
His trial.
So you have the transcripts from the trial.
Well, whatever
court reporter put together. That's what you have already.
No. But whatever court team put together, the reports. We have access to.
Hold on, brother. Slow down. Because the appeal, the appellate, they haven't even paid for the appeal yet, so the transcripts wouldn't be.
Well, I mean, what we got from reporters.
You can't cut me off. I'll let you talk. And now I'm going to say this, and then you can speak. So we don't have the official transcripts from the court. So when you say transcripts, what I'm asking you, let me finish, sir. Where did you get this information from that you referred to as transcripts?
From the different reporters from Court TV. I've been following it, and I believe his name is Cody. So I'm following his notes.
So you got.
So he listened to Cody. Goodbye, sir. Good old Cody, y'all. Thank you, boo. She said, I'm about to shut this shit down, girl. You and me both. This ninja. You are talking to a lawyer. You do know that, right? I know people want to act like he's not really a lawyer. He's really a lawyer. Like, we do know some real lawyers around here.
This is hearsay. This is not acceptable.
That's all you have. You have nothing more than what I have.
This is not what the jury heard. Okay. I'm going to tell you what the jury heard, sir.
You have hearsay too, so don't act like you have some kind of authority. You don't. We got the same information.
Sir, no. The jury heard 20 witnesses from the prosecutor. They heard 4 witnesses from the defendant, and based on that testimony, they determined that Carmelo Anthony was guilty of murder. That's what they determined. Okay? You weren't there. I wasn't there. All I'm simply trying to do is explain to you why they arrived at the murder conviction.
You don't know why they arrived at anything. Like, it could be all kind of. Those people, they all know each other. Those people have to live in that county.
Oh, don't forget that Mr. Metcalf had a barbecue and brought all the witnesses over. Then brought out all these people in white hoods and say, you better not do nothing to dishonor my boy. And y'all better convict that black guy for what he did to my boy. That's another rumor out there. Child, you can't make it up. All brought all the witnesses over there. Okay. That's why the Eddie boy said what he said. It's Austin's father's fault. Thank you, Kofi. He said, what? The unfolded clothes. Goodbye. Looking at Michonne about to go to the gym and add to the dirty pile. You ain't shit. Why you gonna bring that up in front of company? You ain't shit. That's exactly what's about to happen, though. I ain't even gonna lie. Thank you, boo. I could not. Romello, I appreciate you, honey. He says, Mark 7:13, King James Version, making the word of God of none effect through your tradition, which ye have delivered, and many such like things do ye. Okay, well, I appreciate the reference, and thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Shout out to all of y'all that are here. Please make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new.
And so,
do you have any proof?
It could have been intimidation. It could have been anything. You don't know.
Sir, do you have proof that all these people know each other?
And you don't have proof that they don't.
Sir, you made the accusation that they know each other.
You don't know. What I'm saying is we got the same amount of information, and you make a lot of assumptions. You don't have any authority.
Sir, I don't have to prove the negative. All I'm asking you is to answer the question that you presented. You said all of them know each other, and I want the proof that they know each other. That would be great grounds for appeal.
And you don't have proof that they don't.
No, I'm asking you, sir. I'm asking you, do you have proof that all of the people know each other? The jury, are you saying the jury knows? They knew each other?
I'm saying that they're all in the same small place. And to
they really be reaching for a reason. They all in a small place. They all know each other. Well, I guess that's the same in every city then now, isn't it? Child, please, reaching.
It's something this racially provoking could cause a lot of problems for a lot of people if they get out of line. And so we got to call it a thing a thing.
I'm going to ask you again, brother. Do you have proof that all these people, the jury, they all know each other? Yes or no?
I'm talking about the community. It's not
the community, y'all. If y'all know anybody in your community, you can't be on the jury because you might be on the jury there. You know somebody or you've seen them before in the grocery store.
I'm talking as a whole, the community.
Okay. Well, let's try it like this. So you're saying the community wherein Carmelo Anthony lives, they all know each other. Everybody knows everybody.
Pretty much.
So did Austin Metcalf know Carmelo?
So I'm not saying like every single person. I'm saying like it's 1 degree, 2 degrees separate.
Respectfully, sir.
Respectfully, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You're doing.
No, I don't.
You know what I'm saying. 1 degree separation, 2 degree separation is a small town, and to go against the grain will cost you.
Texas is not a small town. Now let me go back to you said everybody knows each other, but when I asked you the question whether or not Carmelo Anthony knew Austin Metcalf, you didn't respond.
What I'm saying, it's not a big. It's not a big. They've had matches together. The people know of each other. It's not rocket science. You know what I'm saying? It's a small town. 1 degree, 2 degrees separation. And so if somebody got out of the line,
yeah, it's a 1 to 2 degree separation, child. Shout out to TLA. We believe in real lawyers around here. Okay. Shout out to a real lawyer in the building. Shout out to the show I saw yesterday. Boo.
She was fucking his best friend. So you know, I mean, everybody's fucking down here in Atlanta. I don't know what to tell you. They breeding like rabbits down here. Everybody getting ass.
So see, we listen to real lawyers, TLA, Dennis Sperling. We don't listen to ghetto boys. We don't listen to baby shaking felons. I will never forget that. Felon ghetto boys. Or this nigga right here, okay? Who's just reaching. He's trying to get the best reach around he could possibly get to try to justify this mess. Arguing with a lawyer. Arguing with a lawyer. What the hell? Especially now that I know that they only paid $75,000 out of that $700,000. TLA called it a year ago. And was right. But we should listen to him or the baby shaking minister or the fucking ghetto boy felon.
it ain't gonna take long for it to get around town.
Let's entertain that line of reasoning. They all know each other. Does that erase the dead body?
No, the boy's dead. But from some
the boy's dead. That's just an afterthought, y'all. The boy's dead.
Let me go back. Can we agree that that Carmelo Anthony stabbed Austin Metcalf?
Absolutely. R.I.P. Metcalf.
Okay. So we agree that Carmelo and that stabbing was resulted in that Austin Metcalf's death, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you think that Carmelo Anthony should be held responsible for that?
From what I understand, it's self-defense. No. Let me answer you.
All right, you saying it's self-defense?
You know what's interesting, y'all? Shout out to TLA. What's interesting is that you colored people. Yep, and I'm saying colored because until you make the NAACP change it, you could kiss my black ass, okay? Let me go ahead and rant before I wrap this shit up. Because radar cells, you're the first person that can lick the whole crack of my ass, okay? Because it's got to be self-hating. It's got to be so I hate being black. I hate myself for being black because I don't agree with you. I said I don't give a fuck about none of it at the end of the day because it's not my life. because I would not ever do anything like this. And I have taught my children to think before they fucking act. It is what it is. You're just another delusional black that doesn't want to admit what the fucking problems are in said community that y'all allegedly give a fuck about, which you really don't at the end of the day, when you're sitting up here just saying shit that don't have anything to do with this actual case, listening to this motherfucker right here, arguing with a whole ass lawyer. I done given you 4 to 5 lawyers who are actual lawyers that talked about this damn case. They all agreed. They all know it from a legal perspective, but y'all swear you know so fucking much. Y'all swear you know so damn much. And why the fuck is the community so fucking stupid? Why is it that there's a fucking 14-year-old that just ran over a 3-year-old and don't nobody got anything to say about it? Why is it that a nigga down in daggone ATL shut up his baby mama and the baby and she the fuck on up out of here and ain't nobody caring about that shit? Why is it that you had to wait until the United Colors of fucking Benetton to come together when the parents spent $75,000 only on their daggone kid? If they don't fucking care about their kid, I don't know what the fuck the rest of y'all do. That is the same situation for any of these other motherfucking cases that you motherfuckers don't care about. Y'all don't give a damn about black people. You just want to stand on this. I'm black, you black, we black. Fuck you. It don't change that I'm black. I'm still black, motherfucker. I'm always going to be black. Again, do you see this tan? Because I just came off a vacation. Because I'm not a downtrodden motherfucker like you motherfuckers are waiting for somebody to give you some shit. I don't need no motherfucker to give me shit because I go fucking work. My husband goes and fucking works, okay? We take care of our fucking kids to make sure that they out here being gremlins and being a menace to the fucking community. Instead of talking about that shit or doing anything about that shit, you motherfuckers would make fucking excuses for shit that you don't need to make motherfucking excuses for, and then absolve motherfuckers and listen to motherfuckers like Al Sharpton and Rolling, and Clown and all those motherfuckers that don't fucking give a fuck about you. You go right the fuck ahead. Nobody tells me what the fuck to do, motherfuckers. Do you hear me? I do what the fuck I want because I'm a grown ass woman that don't depend on the motherfucking Democrats. I don't depend on motherfucking Republicans, and I don't depend the fuck on you. You can sit up here and wait for motherfuckers to do something for you because I know you wouldn't do shit for me. That's why I don't give a fuck. You heard? You do shit for your damn self. And if you think that's white, then that's what the fuck you think. Just because I don't agree with you don't make me wrong. And just because you don't agree with me don't make you right, motherfuckers. But that's what y'all think. You think you run shit? You can barely run your own fucking life. You think I give a fuck what you think about me? I will never know you. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't. I don't live in a place where motherfuckers disrespect me at the corner Asian store. Y'all don't want to do shit like that. You don't want to do shit about that. Then you want to tell me that I'm not supposed to go and get my fucking nails done over some shit that y'all didn't even know about? You motherfuckers didn't even know about that Carson case. Kyson, child, whatever his name is. Little boy in South Carolina. You motherfuckers didn't know shit about that shit. That's 3 to 4 years old. You just use people. You're users. You're using because y'all are grifting. And you think that's how a community is supposed to be? You can have that shit, you heard? You can have that shit. That's why the community is predicted to be worth nothing by 2053, but always talking about fucking generational wealth. You don't even know what a fucking generation is. That's why you listen to first generation million fucking-aires tell you that you can't do shit, you can't have shit because of fucking racism. No, it's because you're a lazy motherfucker. That's what it is. It's because you would rather listen to motherfuckers tell you what you can't do, and them motherfuckers ain't even from here. You go listen to Joy fucking Reid. You go listen to fucking Roland fucking Martin. Keep listening to them motherfuckers. Are they gonna come for you? They are not. But when Marilyn Mosby needs somebody, they gonna go there for her. And when Roland do some shit wrong, the boule gonna tell his fat ass what to do, and he gonna fucking obey. And when they get their next daggone Democrat in office, who the fuck that is, whatever the fuck that is, they're going to be hooting and hollering up in that damn White House, and y'all still going to be outside, and you ain't even going to be able to look in the motherfucking window. You're going to be out here talking about, don't nobody ever come to the where your fucking reparations at that you've been waiting for fucking motherfucking ever? Al said, we need to get the right people in. Didn't that motherfucker say Obama needed to get in there? And he got in there twice. You ain't get shit. Fucking Gavin Newsom out there talking about we're gonna give you some reparations. Then they turn around and take it from you. You know what? They do it just to fuck like this, and y'all continue to fucking fall for it. But you always want to talk about somebody else because you motherfuckers don't want to face the motherfucking facts. Don't. I don't give a shit what the fuck you do. What you do ain't got shit to do with me, and what the fuck I do and what I believe in ain't got shit to do with you. So carry your punk ass on wherever the fuck it is that you live in, the hovel that you fucking live in, and whoever the fuck it is that you share it with. Take care of your fucking gremlins so they stay the fuck away from us. How about that? All this shit, and don't nobody got shit to say about what one of these people just said about fucking Chicago. Ignore that shit, right? When it's a black person against a black person, these motherfuckers ain't got shit to say, but they so pro fucking black, right? But because I point this shit out to try to tell you motherfuckers that there's a fucking issue, I'm the problem? Fuck y'all. I don't make this shit up. These motherfuckers are doing it. These motherfuckers are doing it. This is not just me speaking this shit out loud. It's on fucking YouTube. It's local. It's national. It's out here. Ignore it all the fuck you want to. Ignore it all the fuck you want to. Self-hate my black ass. I'm done. That's it. That's all. I'm out. I appreciate those that appreciate me. Thank you, everybody that donated. Shout out to the mods. Shout out to the channel members. Shout out to TLA. Thank you, Deacon. I appreciate you. I'm done with this shit. Subscribe if you want to or don't. I don't give a shit. I see you on the next one.